inaugural TC's Rockets Grand Archive Cash Prize Tournament. Looks like we've got Alex and Abel as our first match here. Philo against Nico. And Alex on the play. So in hand, I see Vermilion, 2 Vermilions? Alex says pass turn. I think that might be a no ally hand. On Abel's side, Hazy Trapper, Bovine. Opens Bovine. Good.
Ooh. What I
Mills. Not much. Alex opens up. Basically cracks a hand. No allies. Passes over Abel, Mills, Bovine, Trapper. That's it.
Is the damage correct? Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Yeah, damage is not correct.
Classic player matchup here, though. But I think they're both playing decks I have never seen them play in a while.
Yeah, Alex has been on the Philo recently.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like
Vermilion coming out.
Yeah, Vermilion looked like it was Bovine and Shoot Face, I think, just from how he gestured.
It is. Where's the damage at? There it is.
Yeah.
All right. I can't really see what's in Abel's hand.
There's another Trapper, and I'm not sure what else.
He's got that Ranger unit that he used to
Yeah.
wallop me 20 minutes ago. But we ball. Let's see if Alex still wants to do something on his turn. Oh no.
We're still in Abel's,
still in
man.
Abel's.
Yeah. Gets in.
Oh, there she is.
Yep.
Clarenti.
Water Bubble. Yeah.
That makes
We
sense.
love drawing cards.
Maybe pre-recall Vermilion again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Just nice for us on stream because we get to see the whole hand, right?
Yeah, I feel like I'm
So-
cheating, kind of. It's kind of cool.
Red hair in hand. I don't think he has another unique. I actually didn't see the first imbue.
It was like I think it was like Devastating Swing and some other. Oh no, Rending Flames. There was Rending Flames.
Got it.
Some other stuff too. I mean, what do you even do here?
So it's funny because Alex always finds a way to play control, right? Like,
Oh, there's Bowman.
Okay.
Yeah.
we
I
do
guess-
have an ally here.
I didn't see that. I have not seen Blazing Bowman in so long. I forgot what his art looked like.
I think he might have just drawn it because I'm pretty sure I saw no ally hand in his opener.
I see. Storm of Thorns being banished for Abel. I guess not that he cares about it too much.
Goes to the Nico, sends one down, mills a Cerulean.
He sent it was a Song of Frost put to the bottom. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so there's no float option for him to mill there,
Yeah.
basically.
I guess it was pretty bad either way because you kind of want the Song of Frost, but
Yeah.
So I guess.
But it feels like the Philo's gonna find a way to kill you through. It's almost like he'll duck whatever you have.
That's
kind of
true.
thing, right?
Yeah, they got so much stuff. They got the Blazing Throw. What else? They did Vermilion, obviously. So they got a lot of ways to get over stuff like Song of Frost, I guess.
So banishes another blazing up to Lorraine. Okay, so he did have two.
You do have to, yeah.
Okay. So then it was definitely a choice then for him to not put allies on board turn one.
Quadji comes out.
Yep. Which I think is pretty much always going to be the choice, right?
Do they do these new Clarent lists not run Sword of Seeking anymore?
Off the top of my head, I've been a little out of reading deck lists every day, so I'm not sure. But I know that it is a big pile of weapons, but I think the Hwaji is just strictly better than SOS, unless you need to specifically punch through stealth, right?
I see. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I was just wondering because he only has what's his name? Red hair in his hand, so he won't be able to swing with it anyway.
True.
Oh, unless he's gonna swing with the. Maybe he's gonna add the Hwaji to this. Fire momentum. How much?
So the other interesting thing here that I guess we didn't touch on stream for those not local to San Diego is that Alex and Abel are teammates. Effectively, they plan on playing trios together at Worlds. Ooh,
He
Psalm,
had
yeah.
it.
He had the other
he
Psalm,
had
which
the
is
other
why.
one. Okay.
So these two are definitely players who know each other's tendencies.
Yeah.
This is a lot of I know exactly what you're going to do because I've seen it a million times. So we may see the mind games escalate up to higher than normal levels.
They're gonna be on layer 3000
Yeah,
while we're still on
definitely.
layer 1.
Yeah, definitely a few layers up.
All right, Korhasi.
The Trapper.
Yeah, in the trap with 1 prep.
And we get to have a great little time once we get to both lash counters and prep counters. I hope Abel has a bunch of different colored dice.
It's time to bring out the herb dice, dude. No better way to distinguish 2 numbers.
Lorenzo, I need you to tell me how many lash counters is one for Asia. I don't know that off the top of my head.
Hint, it's 4.
Okay.
It's 4, everybody.
I'm gonna do a pop quiz for the chat.
We draw in.
Yep.
Okay, we draw in some more. Clumsy. I know he drew a flame rune last turn, so he's got a lot of allies to plop on board in case Abel getting a little too frisky with the defense.
It's a question of, I guess, how he wants to deploy out. Like, he's not punching through that trapper yet.
He's a 1/3, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you can remove the prep.
Yeah. So it's the thing of like you need kind of a lot to be able to actually crack through.
Okay,
Alex Cisco Clumsy.
Is that that's another blazing, I think.
It was-
Bowman, not throw.
Right.
And what is that foil on the far right?
That's a reduced sash.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, because lantern, kind of.
Yeah. You kind of need the mainboard answers. So we go ally. Swinging a trapper. Abel, what do you do? So I think Abel is 2 cards in hand. That's at the bottom of the screen. Trapper says remove prep, go minus on Flame Rune.
I feel like I would. Just to
Yeah.
You wanna have him there.
So who's going over there?
Yeah. So Clumsy goes to face.
Lorraine also
and-
goes to face.
Right. And I think this is better for Alex. I think he played it the best he could through the Trapper. Because moving forward, Trapper gets to crack back on Clumsy, right? If that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And then that's probably it for Trapper. It probably gets killed from there.
Okay. Abel opting to go for some board control here. I think I kind of agree with that. He kind of took a chunk so far. And I think Nika level 1 is like what? 20 HP?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, so he kind of wants to not get pushed any further so he doesn't have to make any like riskier plays probably later.
We go Clarence off of Clarence and SOS. So there's the answer to our question, yeah.
Oh, you can't banish Hwaji for Clarence too.
Because it's not a sword.
Because
Yeah, that makes sense.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. Understood. See, I'm learning. I'm learning now.
It was funny recently. New local player here in San Diego who had only played Ari was teaching a friend and was asking in Discord. So can y'all tell me about weapons? And Lorenzo, I think that lasts all the way till you're a grown up Ari player. You just don't know all about these weapons.
I will never know. Ooh, Home by Fire. This is really cool. I really like how much more viable crafting stuff has gotten since like Clarence came out.
Right.
Like, getting durability actually matters.
Yeah,
now.
it used to be such a pointless effect, and now all of a sudden you see these cards that were never worth using in any way.
And those combined with like Sword Saint of Everflame, so awesome. Oh,
So we imbue Cerulean, say go minus draw, I assume.
Yeah, Abel saying no fun allowed. We're imbuing 3. What did he imbue with? I know I saw Ravishing.
It was a Trapper and 2 of the same card, but I didn't see what the other card was.
So it might have been two Ravishings then.
So Abel, 6 influence, Bulwark Sword out at full durability.
Does he have any floating in his graveyard to pay for?
He does. He has the 2 bovines, but obviously they're not online, right? So
Why did he put a durability counter down on?
because he swung with it after the.
Oh, okay. I thought he. I was like, I don't remember him using it.
Yeah, he just went hone for damage essentially, which is, I guess, kind of nice, right? That the card functions both ways. It's sort of a pseudo attack and or a protection spell.
Yeah. I think the amount of versatility that card brings is insane. Honestly, I think it's really good.
I think, yeah, as we get more sort of utility weapons and things as well, it will only go up, right?
Right. Yeah. And it's like people are playing in Fire right now, but I feel like maybe Wind 2 has like some kind of untapped potential.
Yeah, agreed. So Abel goes Safeguard here. I agree with that a lot. I think he's at well, there's that. I was gonna say he's at a range where if you don't make it now, you just get blown up as you try to make the Safeguard. Unfortunately, here as we know, Alex does have the removal for it, so.
But the big question is does he have the removal for the null in case Abel nulls? I don't even know if Abel runs null in this actually. He might not.
I don't even think that saves Abel at this point. I think he's on the ropes enough.
Yeah, that's true.
He'll need some kind of string of protection spells leveling up and establishing a board presence, and that kind of
is tough.
Yeah, it seems like such an uphill climb, right? We're almost asking Alex to do effectively like nothing to advance his game state other than play into Abel's defenses. As we do see Storm of Thorns in hand, though.
Storm of Thorns, Primordial. I know he's got the Ravishing there. 2 years double Ravishing.
Mustang in hand.
Yeah, too bad Mustang don't really do anything right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Mustang's there to blow up opposing Null Lanterns, and if anything, Abel would be happy if there were one in play at this point.
Oh, yeah, it was the Trapper. Okay. He's putting down both of his Ravishings right now. Oh, just kidding. Oh. He's swinging for 2. Bulwark Sword.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I wonder if that is... I guess right now it's probably put down cards I know I'm not going to use, and then see what happens in the turn. But it could also be I'm planning to level off of this, right? Like if he doesn't end up needing to do anything.
Ooh.
But just looking at Alex's board, I feel like...
And Alex just drew into the Arthur too, so...
Yeah. So now Alex basically figures out which sequencing is more ideal to cook Abel here, I think. Arthur goes down.
Oh, it's Xiao in hand too?
Yeah.
Dang. Let's see.
So 2 down, play her. Is that fine? Swing, yeah, good. Tight play there. I think a lot of people would get excited and try to play the red hair.
I was gonna.
But
yeah.
But if you do that, right, then they have the removal. You feel really silly because now you attack with neither thing, where you could have at least snuck in that 1 damage.
Let's see if he greeds here and goes for the...
I think you play the red hair anyway, right?
I think
it almost doesn't matter. Abel has 2 in hand, so there's nothing really going to happen. You have the Clarent on board to protect, and you're not going to die to anything that he does.
He puts it down instead. Rending. Goes for Rending.
Oh, is that actually just a lethal line?
It might be.
Yeah.
Banishes 3. Maybe he'll probably swing with like the Drawn Blade or something. Yeah.
GG.
Damn, we were overthinking that.
Yeah, this is my sort of blind spot as a player. As soon as we get into like a nice grindy board state,
I'm like, yeah, I'll grind it a little more.
I can't unsee that I'm trying to just like get value and get ahead on board. Oh wait, I have lethal. Oh okay.
Yeah, as soon as Abel was down to 2 cards in hand, I think that was definitely the time to be like,
Yeah.
I guess I will, I guess I will throw it all out.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah. Man, I wish we had deck lists because I really want to know what they're trying to sign.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
looks like he's signing in Serene. Yeah.
Yeah, and just knowing Abel as like a close practice partner of mine, the dual spirit Nico is something that he jumped on very early. I can't remember if he was doing that independently of the overall meta, or if that was something that we saw like happen once, and he was like, "Yes, this is
And
the
then
thing
this
I
might
do
be
now."
it.
Yeah. But he's always been a fan of it, even as there was a time when Abel, Alex, and I were all on Nico lists at Ascent,
Oh, yeah,
and there was always the argument of like dual spirit or not. I think Abel was on it, Alex wasn't, and I was caught in the middle trying to not get my arms ripped off.
yeah.
But Abel has always been a staunch proponent of just having the option.
I think the flexibility it adds is really nice because playing with 31 health,
Mm-hmm.
especially against a deck that can just murderize you as
Right.
fast as Fire Lorraine
Mhm.
can, it's like that 6 health is a lot.
Yeah.
Coming from someone that plays a Serene
Yeah.
Spirit.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, and if you think about it, the 25 HP plus the 6 on the Serene is the second highest hit point pool you can have, right? The only
It's right behind Ascendant Lorraine.
well, okay. If we bring that into the equation, I guess it's third highest. But otherwise, it'd be Tony 3 on Serene would be the only thing.
Yeah,
more
that would be
points,
a
right?
36.
Or if we factor in Jin with plate, then there's that as well. We're really trying to get wild, but
Jin with plate is like a
that feels a little like it doesn't count.
feels like a cop out because he's not really using it to survive.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I do think that like going Serene in this, it's just tough to include both main board like you used to because I think especially during MRC, double spirit main board was like the thing. Like you were like, if I'm going first, I'm drawing 7. If I'm going second, or
so even that actually is a contentious topic, right?
Yeah.
Which spirit on what thing, and I think it mattered a lot more in the Icebound Slam meta, but these days I think it's a bit more down to personal preference and like play style. People who are more reactive versus less, basically.
looks like Abel might try to go for. I feel like in most cases, I have yet to find, like before, I think the decision whether to go first or second was like a lot more contentious, but a lot of being up on materializations in this game, huge.
Yeah, I think it's a really big deal too. I think there are certain classes of deck that are happy to go second, but you have to be very reactive to want that. So Alex either
I think he missided something.
shuffles a bunch and then checks his deck.
That sounds like cheating. Oh.
So I don't know. I don't know what that was.
For the people back home, timestamp this. We need to look at the tapes later.
Conduct a thorough investigation, if and only if Alex wins here. Alex
Alex is like, huh?
The spirit change, huh, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some banter going on there. I love that.
Okay. Honestly, this glimpse kind of nice.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, to be honest, any
Yeah, probably. I think that was a trapper. You probably don't need that right now. Maybe.
it's an awkward one to.
Yeah, Abel also agrees.
Yeah, and he keeps everything else. I feel like any hand where I get to open rain. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's awesome.
And showing Frack Stormathorns, I believe.
That was Frack Ravishing.
Oh, Frack Ravishing. Okay. Yeah, I just saw Nico and my brain turned off.
Arthur in the opening hand for Alex though.
Oh, and he's got
Huge.
the Final Cut imbue token. Shout out Final Cut boys.
Yep.
We always enjoy playing in their tournaments.
The boys in the bay. Yep.
There is Arthur.
You gonna play him sideways?
No, you don't,
I feel like
because
you don't have to, right?
yeah, there's well, if Abel had a kill for the Arthur, he would just do it in response to the on inner.
Yeah.
So you may as well get the damage. So another strong start for Alex here.
Oh, I think he did play it sideways.
No, he played it and swung. He played it, swung, waited for Able to take damage, and then played the Clumsy.
Oh, maybe the damage is just.
I think the damage is lagging. Yeah. Should go to 4 here.
Let's see.
2?
Yeah. So he played it sideways and then played the.
Why? Seems. I give that boy a talking to after this match. Come in hot like the coach.
Yeah, give him a stern finger wagging.
Shiny power.
It
Always
so gross when it's reflecting like that.
it's the ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No way. Okay, double Song Frost in hand. Ooh,
Bro.
nasty.
Yeah.
Double.
See,
Oh no, it's not double song. It's like once related, but it's still a pretty good hand.
let's see.
Double Frost.
Double Frosty ain't bad. Able.
Somebody check him deck.
Did we miss a rain mill? Brother. I'm gonna give both of those boys a talking to after this match. Come in like the coach.
I wonder what he would have milled. I don't know what he drew into.
Yeah, I was too busy chit-chatting. So Abel says pass. Because he doesn't want to play the Frosty without.
Ooh, Sunset out. Huaji. Oh, this is big actually because we do have Arthur able to swing with that.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
kidding.
nope.
No.
You get a little rock.
Oh, he drew into another frag card. So he would have milled that frag card.
Which means he probably would have played Frosty.
Yeah.
And influence-wise, he could have done that and kept up the frac, which is a big difference here in how this game is going to go.
Yeah. So I guess swing Arthur, swing Clumsy, so he should be at 6 right now. 8.
Pitching float. Yeah, I mean, everything's just lining up so much nicer for Alex here.
This is insane.
I think it really is a different game with that mill.
Yeah. Well, at least he has
Play
it in
another
his...
Clumsy, get another 2 damage.
Damn. Okay. Let's see what he draws off of this, though. Unless Abel feels like...
Yeah, still waiting on resolution of Clumsy.
Unless Abel feels like stopping this, but I don't know. Is it worth...
Boy, he is thinking about it. Alex will go to 3 in hand. So I wonder if Abel's just trying to think about whether he can get killed there. And I don't think there's any combination of things that would do it.
It's another 2.
Yeah, so at most, yeah, there's nothing really, right?
Alex's board is 4 wide right now. This is looking pretty tough for him to get.
Yeah,
over.
I mean, you have to level, certainly.
Yeah.
But I don't think that there's a world where...
Okay, puts that in the bottom. Then
Yeah.
go right to mill.
Oh, he did already. He milled a title lock.
No, he milled for this. Now he has to mill
Oh, yes.
for that. Okay.
Correct.
Mills the 99 Portsman. Pretty
Yeah.
good. Now we wow.
Pause for turn.
Title sweep would be real nice right now, but I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
I think you gotta, yep.
Go Frosty swinging to Arthur.
I think you go Frosty and just leave her up, probably. Right? I guess you do swing.
No, I
Arthur,
think
so
you have to clear the anthem effect because if you give
Yeah.
And does Alex have anything here?
He's playing fire, so I'm assuming.
Blazing throw, no weapon. I don't think. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing that could do it would be like a thunderclap with bonus, and obviously we don't have the bonus for that. So
Honestly, pretty good kill. Like you basically just eliminate 3, 4, 5 extra damage that you would have taken otherwise.
right,
It's just if there's a way for you to play the second Frosty, I think I would, just so that you have
you
something
have
to intercept.
some blocker.
Yeah,
How many does he have in hand?
he has 5.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you play it, eat the other frac, leave it
Yep.
up,
Just leave this
and
one.
then just say take damage, no retaliate, take damage, no retaliate, take damage, retaliate. Yeah.
Chooses not to though.
So
Uh,
I think that gets him killed here. Unless does he have Storm of Thorns in hand? It's the right side of the monitor is a little far for me to see.
Oh, he has Cerulean for sure. So I'm pretty sure that's what he's keeping up.
That's not enough, I don't think.
Cerulean -2 might be,
So
and he doesn't have enough to.
the
Clarent yet.
Clarent here is good for 5 damage. So that's just on board right now. He puts Able to 18.
Okay. Okay, now he has
Honed
enough
by
to
Fire.
render.
Yeah, so I think I don't even think he needs the rending. I think, well, it depends which way Able tries to prevent damage. Is he going to Cerulean here?
Or you could song.
He could hold up the song later.
Yeah.
I think holding up the song is better.
Yeah. I think so too. The Cerulean -2 is like,
So now Alex will swing through first before anything else. But he's gonna line up his entire turn. Think about which way he kills here.
he's about to do his little hand gesture calculator thing.
Yeah. Able showing off the fresh Masato tat on stream now. Wonder if he planned that.
This is a safe for work stream, everybody.
So we go hasty, throw creative, draw
Draw another
hasty.
hasty?
That's a little awkward, but okay.
Let's see,
And
1, 2, 3.
Able is
yeah.
thinking on taking the damage or not. That shrug looked like take, and now it looks like he's writing damage. Yeah.
1.
So now we use our rock and one re-hone the Clarent. Ooh,
That's pretty
now we
good.
swing the Clarent in.
Clarent.
I don't think I like the sequencing there, but I guess the idea
You
being,
want to avoid song. Yeah.
yeah, I guess maybe he doesn't care about the clumsies getting hit because he can always Clarent to protect them, and I don't think it matters from here.
Mhm.
He should swing the clumsies now, I think.
That was definitely your chance to.
But I think Alex has realized he's not in kill range anymore because of the way that Abel played it. It is nice that the hones do get some value. Yep, there's a hand calculator going.
There it is. I told
So-
you.
So I think maybe the reason that Alex sequenced it that way is to try to think through getting ahead on board, but he's not going to have the damage, right? So the most he can do is play another hasty, put a 3rd point of damage on board, but that won't crack through the Frostsworn. So he is going to hasty
think he's
pitch
going
here,
for
it
this.
looks like. Oh, he's really thinking through it.
Was
No,
that
you.
Blazing Throw?
Yeah, he needs to put down the Blazing Throw because he wants to pitch the other card.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hasty, pitch hasty, draw. And I think here he's looking for direct damage spells. He doesn't necessarily want to just keep putting allies on board, knowing that we already have one Frosty and could see more. So after the damage update, Able at 14, goes GCR here, which I think is safe-ish.
It's safe enough. I feel like he has the Frost one out. He's got the second one if he chooses to play
Militant
it.
diffusive. I can't imagine a world where you don't play the second Frosty here.
Wait, he milled it effusive.
yeah,
He could Ravishing right now.
it doesn't kill though.
Oh yeah, it doesn't kill.
So I think here you hold up. What protection spells does he have access
He has
to?
Cerulean. He just I think he just has the Cerulean right now. He used his Song of
Yeah,
Frost.
so Ravishing, Trapper, Cerulean. Check your graveyard. I mean, that's one float and 6 fire cards.
Let's see. Slow down, Abel.
Yeah, his fan out is just fast enough that I can't quite see
Double
it all.
Cerulean. He's got double Cerulean. So I think
So you can play the Frosty off of only one card from hand, right? So
Right.
so 2 reservables and 1
what
card.
is that? Oh, that's the
That's
Trapper.
a Trapper, yeah.
And then there's the other Frosty.
I can't quite catch the last like couple.
The
cards.
last card, yeah.
So yeah, I think you swing Frosty into one of the hasties maybe and replay the other Frosty.
Wait, the other one. Oh, I think he has double Ravishing, double Cerulean.
The double Ravishing is really unfortunate.
Yeah, he's drawn double Ravishing twice.
So here we
far.
put that down and we play the other Frosty. Yeah.
Yeah, get that Frost. Yeah. Take out.
Eat float. see a new card, rethink our options.
Diffusive.
And I really like this sequencing, and I don't think I would have sequenced it that way. I almost always go combat first, but Alex doesn't really have any interaction.
Mhm.
And the way that Abel sequenced that, he actually gets the most information before making his decision on where and if to put attacks down.
Oh, that makes sense.
So Clarent Prevention could have saved Hasties there, yes?
From what?
From the Frosty Swing.
No.
Wait for 3, Clarent prevents 2, yeah?
2 non-combat damage.
Oh, right.
So those hasties were cooked from the
Yeah,
jump.
they were always good. Okay. So turning off. Ooh. Yeah, the Viridian's nice because you force the interaction now, right?
Now, do you go for the Cerulean here and give the -2, or I feel like maybe I don't know. Use some also.
So Cerulean -2 on Lorraine is the same thing as casting Diffusive on a Nico.
Except you get the floating to level up for next turn.
Or you get a card to hand. And so that's kind of the interesting thing is you go net neutral, either way you make the play. And I think this is one of those, you could have a deep 30-minute philosophical conversation over drinks about
Yeah.
which thing is more important in this situation. We do draw the Vermilion.
The Vermilion draw, I feel like, is pretty huge.
That is kind of hot. So being able to crack a Frosty here if you wanted to, but he might just go damage draw.
I think 6 puts him at 16, and then Vermilion deals 4, right?
Vermilion deals, yeah.
So this is lethal.
Just straight up lethal.
Yeah.
Without even needing the Clarent. Will? They're both doing the math.
And we'll like.
Yeah, he's like, hold on a second. Is that all check out?
That definitely checks out. Oh,
Oh, we all forgot about
I forgot about it.
Abel is a genius.
Dude, he gassed him out for sure. That's
He
3 cards
got
down.
him.
This might be it.
He got him. Okay, so on board we have 6. Yeah, Abel's doing the same math. We got 6 damage on board.
Puts him at 10.
We have
You have the Ravishing.
1 float in. Okay, is it gonna come back? Should he have played it the other way? Because we would have had the 2 float for the Ravishing. Put you to 10.
Smoke bombs.
Interesting. Oh, that's Tidal Tirade.
Tidal Tirade has float. Okay, Korhazi.
So he did have 2 float.
Yeah, so
I guess I just missed the Tirade.
3.
Put you to 10.
1, 2, 3. He's
Throw down
dropping
another. Okay.
3. Ooh. So 10. So he's at 10 right now, and then another.
11.
No, that's not 11. That's 5. I think it does 5 because it has Deluge 3.
Oh, it's a. Sorry, I thought it was Trapper.
No,
So 15 then.
15. I can't read it, but I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, sure. It's funny. It's one of those cards that like was good when printed, but just hasn't been a thing yet. Okay, now we crack Smoke Bombs. Draw another card. Diffusive block.
Yeah, Ravishing. There you go. That's it,
And Ravishing you out. Yeah.
dude.
That'll
That
do it.
the
Game 3.
Serene was actually
This-
game winning.
It's so funny because we talked about it at the beginning of the game,
Mhm.
made a big deal about it being an argument between teammates, and then promptly forgot it was there. And so did Alex, I guess, because he also made a big deal about it at the beginning of the game.
He was like,
yeah.
and then he was like, "Oh, I have lethal right now," except
Gestures wildly at Serene Spirit. A couple minutes pass, forgets about Serene Spirit. So
happens to the best of us.
I mean, we've I think all done it if you've played GA long enough at all.
It's 4.
I used to be probably the chief offender at doing this, and I got made fun of at locals so many times that I sat down, I think, with Abel, and I was like, dude, I gotta figure out something so that I stop forgetting that it's there. And he was like, bro, I got you. Here's what you do.
Uh-huh.
all caps on your life tracker. 'Cause I handwrite life totals, right? Which I recommend you all do watching at home because it matters and it's come up for me at Ascent before. Right in all caps, Serene, the very top of your pad. And when they pop it, you cross it out. Ever since I started doing that, I have not messed it up. So that's the tech if anybody else has this problem.
I mean, that's pretty good. Honestly, sometimes when I first started playing Serene Spirits 2, as someone that was playing the spirit,
You
I would
forgot it
always
was
forget
there?
that I even had it. So
Yeah.
I would just die and be like, ah, shucks, like I'm never
Yeah.
I couldn't have won. And then I think it was the first time I played Serene, Jaro was like, hey,
You know you're not dead, right, buddy?
I was like, oh, a piece of
How
candy.
about that? Yeah. I have also seen players keep the Serene almost like fanned out so that you just see the top like sliver of it above their champion to remind themselves that it's there, which I guess like, you know, fair enough. If you're gonna forget to use it, better that everybody knows it's there. But yeah, I think Abel is the master of making people forget that he has 6-1.
Yeah, because he layers it right on top so
Yep.
you can't see.
As God intended. So Alex once again kind of checked a couple of card choices before shuffling. So I wonder if there's. We'll have to talk to him about that. I'm curious if there's a card that he was considering siding in or out, but then he kept kind of waffling on it and then going, okay, I'll leave my deck as is, shuffling it up and presenting.
I did see him put whatchamacallit, Deflecting Edge.
Mm,
So maybe that's the card that he was thinking about. Draw 7 pass.
Draw 7 pass again. So we see Flame Rune, Blazing Throw, Vermilion.
Vermilion again.
Is that 2 Honed by Fires and a Rending?
It's 2 Home by Fires, 2 Vermilion, 1 Rending, 2 Flame Rune.
Oh, 2 Flame Runes. Yeah. Look at that. We got the whole hand. Okay, now just do it for Abel.
Okay, well, easier said than done for Abel,
So
all things
the-
considered.
Ravishing, Song of Frost, Trapper.
He already glimpsed?
Yeah, I guess we missed it while we
He's
were
kinda-
trying to read Alex's hand. We gotta
Storm
get
of
better at
Thorns?
this, buddy.
Cerulean.
Okay, we do have Storm of Thorns this time. That helped. And prep counter on our spirits. Oh, I'll tilt the cards
Tilt
a
the
little
cards a
more,
little,
buddy.
thank you. Storm of Thorns. Cerulean.
I can't.
I can't see that last card.
Chat, send help. We need to get an AI on this.
Okay, just a little bit, a little.
You know, I've only been on feature matches a handful of times in any game that I've competed in, and every single time I have had the inclination to like try to
Double Storm.
It's Double Storm.
No, sorry.
It's Song of Frost, Storm of Thorns, Cerulean, I think. Anyway, I've had the inclination to like hold my cards in hand in a way such that the camera could see it, and I've kind of gone, okay, this is silly. Like, my job here is not to like make the stream look extra hot. Triple Flame Rune.
Flame Rune, huh?
Your job is actually to play the game properly. He's gonna imbue it. Sometimes when people you see Abel's hand gesture, when people do stuff like this, I almost wonder if it leads people to make bad plays just because it's funny to like triple imbue. But I think this is actually just fine. Like
He was gonna reveal.
he was gonna reveal everything, so he just did it for the jokes. Okay, so we go.
You can't wait. No, he can't Cerulean this.
So I'm a little confused if did Alex hold priority there, because that would be weird, right? Into open counter spell potentially.
Yeah. I think he just.
It seems like he did hold opportunity. And so then my question is, what are the modes here? Because if you were going to go counter draw or damage draw, I don't know why you wouldn't wait. Okay, so we went. Yeah, he just sent it. You're right. So we
went four. We
went
went face, damage draw,
yeah.
and then recollect draw.
Yeah.
Oh wow, what a surprise! Okay, got the flame room.
He says, you don't get to have a board presence. I get to have a board presence. But
Rules for thee, or rules for me, but not for thee.
something like that anyway.
Something like that.
And then passes turn with another 3 in hand. Able backup charges.
There's the fractal. Could be. I think that's probably a immediate drop.
Do you think it is? I wonder if you're too far behind now tempo-wise to be able to do it. Abel doesn't think so.
I think you have to, just because you need things in
Yeah,
in
so
your grave to even
just
get started.
Tidal Tirade and Ravishing, I believe it was.
Tirade, Ravish.
See,
Oh yeah, Song of Frostel, and he has another fractal.
Yeah,
So double fractal. Maybe you just.
I think it's
Play the
double
double.
song.
Oh yeah, double song.
Is that 3 of the same card?
No.
It just looks like clouds.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, nah.
Okay.
And there, one cerulean, one song in hand. So he's
Yeah.
got enough to play this song.
Mm-hmm. And I guess you could play the Cerulean, but you won't, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Tree.
Vanishing 5/6. It's a Tempered Steel. We grab Hwaji.
Hwaji. That card is so awesome. Unless we don't grab Hwaji, actually. We grab Sword of Seeking.
SOS, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So...
What would be the reasoning for grabbing Sword of Seeking?
Because he
here?
doesn't want to get it fracked? Oh, because he's going
Ah.
to throw it. Oh, he's honing it. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't want to get the Hwaji fracked. That's why.
That makes sense. I guess you could also, yeah. I think it's a way better Blazing Throw target than Hwaji is. Too.
Right. But I think Alex likes to keep his blazings, and I think most people who play the card like to keep it until
The end.
it's lethal.
Yeah.
Unless like you need it to remove, like if you had a very ally heavy hand and you had to clear a Frosty or something.
So you take the 2. Able at 10. Kind of sweating.
I mean I'm big sweating here, but Abel's a lot more comfortable than I am. There's the single mode Cerulean that I said wouldn't happen. Caster Curse,
Yeah, we
the
are
classic.
obviously not as educated about this as we thought. Wait, no. Why is it at 2? It should be at 3. Because
He swung with it.
Oh, no, that wasn't Song. It was Cerulean. Never mind, it is
Yeah.
2. But he can play another Flame Rune right now or something.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
we like that.
I mean, you never feel bad about committing her to board, right?
No. She dies, you get floating. She doesn't, you get 2 damage.
Yeah. And she tells you it's just the fire.
Yeah, it's just the fire. Ravishing Vanish, I feel like that's fine.
I think you're really glad to see that gone,
Yeah.
actually. This entire match, Abel has kind of had that thing plaguing him being in hand and not castable most of the time.
Okay, let's see if he.
So that was
double
the-
fractal trigger.
Yeah, Nico puts a diffusive in the bin,
1.
and then we get Song of
2.
Frost and
Oh!
Trapper.
That's not Trapper. That's Water.
Oh, it's the man. I'm just never gonna get that art right, am I?
Waterlogged is actually a pretty big hit, though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So we do call that the Abel special here in San Diego, being a Nico player and just not milling float. Go kill your Flame Rune here. Aqueous.
Aqueous, thank
I
you.
got you. I got you. I got you.
Aqueous Stallion, pretty good drop though. all things
Yeah. That is an overstated thingamajig against an opponent who will never null lantern you.
considered.
So Viridian, interact now or forever hold your peace.
It's crazy how good this deck is at shaving influence off of like Watermill.
Mm-hmm.
Like before, I would say Watermill was actually pretty good at like influence hogging. You know?
Yeah, I think the thing is that there aren't a lot of decks that can apply enough pressure
Yeah.
to force, and I mean, especially Nico builds in particular are just so tanky, and there's so many different layers of interaction to where almost no matter what you do, it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Philo, especially when you materialize a Viridian, just you just make it so that they don't get to do that anymore.
Yeah, materializing the stop sign is like the number one thing to like tell this mill list to stop playing the game. Like you just like, oh, you're gonna draw pass? Not on my watch.
How about you play fair, buddy?
Yeah. We're playing Grand Archive right now.
So yeah, we send in some more damage, and I mean this just is this matchup, right? It's
Red here at the bottom, Hone, Rending, I think, and then another Flaming Creative. So
yeah, that's right.
he's I mean, Loki dropping another Flame Rune, not a bad idea.
I think you're right. Yeah, in terms of the pacing of the matchup, just continuing to stay ahead on board.
Yeah.
In particular, representing the 4 damage. That's not what he's doing though.
He is going
He's
for
gonna
Rending, I think.
Send the damage.
Yeah, he's going for Rending right here.
Yeah.
Knowing that Abel can't react to it. He has Storm, but
Can he cast it? What's his influence?
no, he already cast it at the beginning. In
Oh,
response,
right. He has Storm Online. Yeah. So Rending here is hitting for 4 down to 3, then doubled for 6. So he misses lethal.
By 1,
Yeah.
which is not horrible. I mean, he's not in any position to worry about dying right now.
Right. I wonder if Alex knew that it missed lethal and he just wanted to push damage. Like, does he just think that no matter what, he's going to get a kill here?
This is actually pretty good because the best thing you can do against Serene is force him to pop it.
Right, yeah.
So putting him at 19 instead of like you want to put him at a high enough health total where he's like, okay, well, I got to do something next turn.
Right.
Or otherwise I got a Serene in it. And the next turn is looking really bad for him because if he chooses to draw pass, then he doesn't he can't play into Viridian.
Right. The Vapor... Yeah, the Abel Classic. The Vapor Jet's interesting here. So I'm kind of with it only because it may actually give him more points of life/damage prevention than leveling would.
Yes.
Only because of the way Philo is built.
Yeah.
But as you said, he does kind of have to play tap out here into the Viridian. There's not really ever going to be an opportunity where you frack and then get around. Oh, okay. Caster Curse.
I don't think he has frack.
Right, but what I mean is even if he draws into it and,
yeah.
you know, you want to frack the Viridian to kind of free yourself,
yes,
there's never an opportunity where you have the tempo again in this matchup to do that, I don't think.
Yeah, like you're playing extremely on the back foot right now. I mean, luckily Lineage releasing doesn't really affect her too much as like
right, she has water either way, but even so, the idea that you could get he could go over the top and do something like a double blazing throw and get you right at some point in the future.
Sunset basically eliminating the Vapor Jet shield.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still. I mean, he's the Vapor Jet shield. I think is pretty good still, all things considered. You go for the swing here. Let's see. He swings with Lorraine. It's 2 damage. Goes down to 1. That's lethal. You gotta pop. Unless you Song of Frost right now.
I think you'd pop before. I'm just gonna stop talking.
My fault. Yep.
I'll let you and Abel take it from here, Lorenzo.
Yep. Use Cerulean here. -2
And
Dwell.
draw, sure.
Yep. And then the Sunset, like, he will still only deal 1, so he won't swing. Because he can only swing with Hua Ji, I'm pretty sure.
Does he even have a Hua Ji
No.
in play? Right, okay. Yeah, so he wouldn't be able to actually do anything.
That was, yeah, pretty good Cerulean. You... Let's see. What's next for Alex right here?
Abel's like, can I go? Can I go? Can I go? Can I go?
Please?
He done? He done? He
Mom
done?
said it's my turn on the Xbox. Can I go?
Alex is really,
Oh, he's got 2.
thinking.
I thought he
here.
only had 1 in hand.
Yeah, no, he does have the 2 in hand. I think he's just trying to figure out. As Alex here, you have to just pass, right? I don't think there's any universe where, I mean, at this point, you've telegraphed what you have, right?
It just sucks because that was the play that pushes him to Serene. But not anymore.
But the Cerulean changes that, yeah. Hand calculator comes out.
Masters division. The TV, make sure you see your name up there. If you don't see your name up there, you are not.
Only 2 cards in hand. It's like you're kind of strapped right now. Oh, he's going for Blazing.
He's doing it, yeah.
Okay, Blazing gonna toss the drawn blade at face for 3.
What color?
Now you got it.
Yellow.
No, it's at the
Oh,
Stallion.
it's at Stallion.
Yeah, yeah, because he wants to keep the board pressure up, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
And with no Clarent, you can't.
Oh yeah, no Clarent. He has to pay 1 for Clarent.
Right, because he's pulled out too many weapons at this point. He does have Flame Rune in Grave,
yeah.
so.
Okay,
so
finally, Abel gets a good mill.
He finds a lit on the mill.
He's honestly Abel kind of chilling right now, right?
I mean, I'm not chilling for him, but he's pretty good at playing out of these spots. But I mean, to be honest, as I sit here, I can't imagine the line where he claws back into this game.
Okay.
But maybe that's why he's a better Nico player than me.
Players, heading to round number 1 are up.
I
I'll
don't
be
know.
coming around and
This-
clicking your deck list as you guys sit down.
It's kind of up to what Alex materializes next here.
Yeah. So
Because that
Abel-
Vapor Jet shield is like a really big, like, it
Yeah,
mitigates a lot
it's-
of damage.
It does. And I think it's a really big. Okay, sending all of it at the Korhazis, huh? So I mean, we're super in on the prevention here. I will say the timing of that Vapor Jet, if Abel doesn't die, the amount of value that it's going to accrue as the game goes longer and longer is kind of staggering.
I feel like it's already gotten him like really far.
I think he broke even when he didn't die. If that makes any sense, like because the other line, right, was to level.
Mhm.
And so the fact that he,
Right here.
let's see,
No, close.
clumsy seems like a fine thing.
Double clumsy.
You just do it again. You don't swing.
How much HP is Alex at right now? Then they haven't been updated. Up there's 3. Okay. My bad.
So you
Whatever,
just
I'll
start.
win it.
I think you just start eating away at the trappers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously they're gonna prevent, but you're eating into the counters there.
So you use the Huaji.
Yep.
Let's see. 1, 2 for another one.
Mhm.
Sure.
Ooh,
Oh.
rewind.
Mm.
Maybe I don't
Reverse,
want that.
reverse.
Maybe I don't want that. Okay.
Actually, I do. No, he wants red,
Red
hair.
hair.
He wants Hasty Apprentice 2. Or Hasty Messenger 2.
But he needs a fire unique, yeah.
Yeah, Fire Terra. Well, I guess. Yeah.
So
Maybe it's more threat. He wants to maybe threaten an Arthur next turn to cause him to maybe kill the
I
red
see,
hair this turn.
I see. Yeah. Rather than
Mhm.
if you play the clumsy, there is a world, I guess, where they both just get eaten by trappers, and then you kind of cycle the card for nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, just getting the red hair on board sort of makes sense.
He's a big retaliator too. If he does want to get rid of him, he has to.
Right.
I don't think he runs refracting in this one, so you gotta swing into him. He
Mhm.
retaliates for 3, so I don't know. I don't feel like he's too bad. Oh,
A little bit of fidget from Alex, like adjusting the way the cards are sleeved. Kind of like I don't have anything in hand, and there's nothing I can do about whatever's about to happen to me. I think I saw diffusive ravishing on the mill there for Abel.
into a Frostworn.
Well, we like that.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I assume you
And
play it
here
right
she
now.
comes, yeah. Yes, sir. There she is.
We love our 3 mana 3/4 in this house
Goodness gracious.
that draws a card.
Somewhere in the Netherlands, Hanky is screaming, "It's not mana, it's reserve."
My fault. My fault.
Oh man.
Hey, okay.
Good stuff, good stuff. So, sending it at red hair, retaliate. Okay, cool. 3 damage marked. Blank stare. I mean, there's no reason not to do the retaliation, but it's not consequential.
Yeah.
And
Maybe you Clarenti right now. I don't know. It's well,
Yeah.
actually, I think you probably GCR, right? No.
he is clarenting. I feel like I would GCR here only because
What is Clarent really doing for you right now?
right,
That's what
it's not like the Nico deck is really dealing. There's no real direct damage. Like all of the board control is through allies.
It's crazy too because he still has to get through. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So the battle is looking pretty uphill for Alex.
Yeah, it's funny too. A couple turns ago, I think I said I don't see what the sequence would be to like for able to get back in it, but I think he showed us.
Like he's essentially just clawed his way back through sheer human will.
Yeah, and like an almost unwinnable state too.
Mm-hmm.
So that looked like the Sunsei was into the Trapper, and the Trapper was into damage prevention on Lorraine.
Yeah.
So just saying, I'm going to cash in my Trapper here. I only have one more prep anyway, so I kind of don't care that it's there. Yeah, players clarifying. the effect is on Lorraine. Yes, it is. Alex, 5 influence here.
Another Sensei in hand, I think. Hasty.
Right.
So, oh, he has Blazing.
Yeah, he does still.
But I think Blazing you need 3 fire. Well, yes, he does.
Yeah. It is kind of funny that for both players, all of their stuff is just permanently on because neither of them wants to turn off their own stuff. Right?
Yeah. That I feel like that's probably what Alex cited out because he's like, oh, what's
I'm not gonna do this. Yeah.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Abel looking for something in his graveyard. Something. Notably, Lorraine still does have the minus. It's minus
Yeah.
3, right, from Korhazi. So
Yeah. So I mean, the other question here is, are they about to go to time? So we've got a full like almost 9 minutes if we count overtime, but I don't know that. I think these decks, if the players were going quickly enough, 5 minutes is more than 4 turns. So it's really down to
Vermilion is a huge draw.
yeah, it's really big. So Lear Frosty here.
Can he?
So you go damage into Frosty, damage face, swing a Clumsy afterwards.
Where are you swinging face with though?
Sorry, the modes on the Vermilion would be.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
But he chooses not to do it. Abel had 4 in hand. I think you could.
Kongu time.
Like, could Alex not afford the Vermilion? Does he just not want to do it?
He can't. It costs 3.
Does he not have enough in hand? He does not. Okay, sorry. I thought he had 4 in hand.
Okay, looking for a ravishing of some kind, possibly, or floating of some kind to fuel a ravishing, maybe. But honestly, like, if you're able right now, you're chilling. This is like.
Yeah, you're pretty alive, surprisingly alive for someone who is
At 1 HP.
Yeah.
Oh no, not anymore.
He's at 6, but
Yeah,
yeah.
So he's honestly vibing right now.
Yeah.
I don't see how Alex can come back from this.
So I mean, the game now is basically about being able to put enough damage onto Alex that the Ravishing will be lethal
Yeah.
without lowering his own defenses enough that Alex can kind of surprise you're dead. So we say pay with 2 fractals and a fractal from hand to make the Portsman attack your Sensei.
Okay, kill the Sensei.
Yep.
Cool.
Hasty?
The Clumsies go to the front line. Get up there, ladies. It's time for you to do battle now.
Mr. President needs you.
Alright, so here we GCR. Now we're gonna pre-rec a Vermilion, I think.
I think you do pre-rec Vermilion, but Abel's ready for whatever right now.
Well, he's got to pay the 2 tax into the Viridian.
The Viridian, yeah.
So I don't think there's anything he can even cast.
He
at this
either
point.
negates. Okay, no, yeah. So he's gonna hold up the Song of Frost.
Creative pre-rec. What are we looking for here? I mean, that's value, but does he even have that much more to materialize where he cares?
He's holding up Song of Frost for this Rending Flames in case it happens. That's
Yeah, but we
probably what I
can't
would do.
we can't even cast it.
Song of Frost?
Yeah, we can't pay for the song and the tax.
Yeah, you can. It costs 5 or it costs 4.
Song costs 2,
2,
right?
It's 2.
He's got 5 in hand?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't math. Okay. You're right.
But it's like if you stop that, you don't stop whatever else. Well, let's see what. Let's see
From
what
Alex's posture, he seems like he thinks he has a lethal line here. I don't know why.
he's got enough to go through.
I just don't think he has enough.
Okay. Probably
Sensei, is it good? Okay, it's good.
is good.
Target my Clarent. First Clumsy.
And he
Rain.
Abel still has the prep counter too.
Right. Attack Trapper. So he wants to force the issue on that and get that out of the picture. Okay. Swing a Clumsy into a Trapper.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of been waiting for the moment where that happens. So we go prevent there.
Now,
And this interaction is pretty unfavorable for Alex from a standpoint of eating into those pretty valuable Clarent counters.
yeah. I mean,
And just the tempo swing, right? The later the game goes, the worse it is for Alex. We are at time.
Xiao Xiao comes out. She's gonna die to Song or to Storm.
She's a 1-2, yeah.
Oh, I thought she's 1-1. I'm tweaking.
The clumsies are, so
Clumsies are
they
1-1,
would
yeah.
die. So now we're turn 1 for Abel. He's got 2 turns to close it out. He goes Magabane.
Oh, is that the new Mage Bane art?
Yeah,
Sheesh.
that's nice, right?
My fault, Nico.
I honestly, like, of the new Nico cards, I still think Facade is like the coolest art she's had on any.
Facade is awesome.
It's just such a nice, like, mechanically very elegant, art very elegant, 10 out of 10 card, love it. Haven't gotten to play with it, but love the card. So we go Frosty down.
This
Rid of this board
His
is
board is
yeah
insane.
ridiculous. Go extra Mage Bane counter here.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And I think he sends it,
Yeah,
right?
you just send
all
all of these.
face.
8, and then another 4 from Mage Bane, but he could Ravishing right now, right?
I've lost track of his influence.
9. Okay.
Send the Nico
And then
in.
Nico, no, he's just doing it vanilla style.
Yeah, so I think this is a setup for a kill on his final turn. So it's basically up to Alex to try to crack through if he's going to.
Smoke bombs out. Well, he tapped his Frosty, so no big
Yeah,
deal.
not worried about that. So we do still have the Trapper, and I believe that was 5 cards in hand.
Mhm.
Yeah. So he gets to cast one thing to interact, and Alex has a fun little puzzle on his hands here, this final turn of the game. Declare attacks into Trapper. Declare attacks into Trapper. Declare attacks into Trapper. Activate Trapper on Lorraine. So I think this is a play for Alex to not lose at this point.
Yeah, you probably play for the draw right now if you're Alex. I don't see it.
Because there's no
way for you to
way you're
win.
gonna in the one turn that you have with what you have.
See.
So Lorraine's got the minus effect on her. There's a Vapor Jet in play. I think if you're Alex, you pass the turn here, and oh yeah, obviously that is a thing to turn the float into a card.
What's that? Fire momentum?
Mm-hmm. It's just not enough.
It's not. Like, if there was a way for you to fiery into Vermilion, maybe? I don't think you have enough cards.
Well, even then, the Mage Bane prevention is there too.
Oh,
like there's so
yeah, there's
many
so much.
layers of I don't die on Abel's side of the table. Like,
Yeah. He actually heals 1 from Mage Bane, doesn't he?
so yeah, if you order it with Vapor Jet prevention,
Yeah.
well, I guess ordering doesn't matter, right? Because the healing, unless it would push you to lethal.
Yeah. Which it doesn't.
I don't think there's anything here.
Blazing? Yeah, Blazing Bowman.
Yep. Get
Now
rid
we're-
of fire. Swing at a Frosty. Yeah, he's definitely playing for the draw. Oh, brother.
no. Not the
Hit him with the no you don't, bud.
Okay, that's
So three in hand for Alex. Like the only way, yeah.
yeah. I think
Checks it down.
Abel takes that for sure.
GG is very, very nice match to kick off our inaugural cash tournament.
Yes.
Lorenzo, here at TC's Rockets, and
TC's with an S. Don't forget the S.
please say the S. and I hope many more to come. It's been I think a much anticipated tournament for all of SoCal. A few heavy hitters from up in LA at OCE Nats, so unfortunately not able to come down and play today, but
Yeah.
definitely kind of something that has livened up the scene. TC's does a lot of these events for Magic, and they're always very successful and well attended. So as a former Magic player and avid archivist, I'm very excited to see them dabbling in cash tournaments for GA. To my knowledge, this is the second cash prize tournament in Grand Archive history. I believe there's only been one.
Has
Maybe.
it?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
there was
dang.
one in like the C region somewhere. It was like a 4K.
Uh-huh.
I mean, possible that there's been some random store that has run something else and I just don't know. But to my knowledge, this is the second one that's ever happened, and the first in America. So pretty cool.
All that to say, if you're watching this, why aren't you here?
Yeah, come out.
Why
Come
aren't you
play.
here?
Don't you like money?
Yeah, money, awesome. You get the bragging rights.
Playing Grand Archive, awesome.
Awesome,
You do
yeah.
have to play in a really hard region, Southern California, but hey, come through. Weather's great.
Weather's great.
It's hot here today.
There's a nice restaurant next door.
A couple of nice restaurants, but one in particular that you should go to sells great sandwiches and pizza.
Particularly club sandwiches if you're into that.
Unless you want to pass your judge test, huh, Lorenzo?
Yeah, my bad. Hey, I ate the Kyoto sub. I think I'm primed for next Tuesday. I'm in
Dude,
there.
I believe in you. You've been working hard. I think at this point, the rules better than I do. You know what the art on Korhazi Trapper versus the new Archer looks like, and I don't. So I think overall you're just more qualified than me for this game.
Yeah, I think if one of the qualifications to become a judge was to recognize what waterlogged ranger looks like. Oh!
Oh, cracking packs live on stream.
Okay, everybody calm down.
All right.
Here.
So do we?
Alex, the
do we-
worst pack opener I've ever seen.
Yeah. Do we
Downside
commentate
foil!
on? Oh, that's nice.
Dang.
Look at you. You're not so mad about taking that L now, are you?
Yeah. Dang, that was... Oh, dude.
I gotta commentate the.
Stop bending the cards,
brother.
Alex.
Come on.
Gentle Respite, Crystallized Destiny. Spirit of... Alex is kind of nuts right now.
Yeah, this is. They must have sent like the real juice. Like these are like the streamer packs, right? The ones you get if you got a foil demolition on Abel's side.
And they both got Gentle Respite. I need to teach Alex how to open... Where's
Yeah,
Alex?
for real. This is
I'm going.
all right. Lorenzo's leaving the commentary desk. Gonna go yell at Alex.
Dang.
Yeah, just
Tight
They-
Tightstone Brooch?
truly like they did print out the juiced packs. This is wild.
Oh, my fault. Dude, and Alex got all of them, huh? Dang, Alex got all of them!
That is very nice.
Yeah,
You-
Valorant Fury.
Look, and now he's gonna go 4-1 in the rest of the tournament and take all the money.
This is what happens.
Villain Alex.
I'm gonna... Hold up. I'll be right back. Give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back.
He's leaving.
Whoa, splashing.
All right. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
So we've got we're going by handles on one side and
And
real names on the other.
government on the other.
Yeah. All right. Rizwan leading us off.
Slime Shield?
I see Slime Shield, Turbocharge,
Ace.
Asin.
Maybe that is Nathaniel's government. Maybe his name actually has been Pinoy, last name Otaku.
Could be. Mr. Otaku.
Mr. Otaku.
Leading off with Fairy Whispers. Main phase,
Black
Fairy
Market, Scatter.
Whispers.
Dungeon Guide.
Okay.
Scout on the bottom.
So BMB top with DG underneath, BMB to hand. Okay. And are
I think
we?
you play him here.
Yeah. And there we go.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Ally on board and a little preppage.
What is this? 6.
And
I think he's playing Fortuitous. Yes, he's playing Fortuitous Water, as you should on this list.
you think?
Yes.
It's okay. Hit me with the knowledge because I don't know about all this.
Okay, so for me personally, I do think that playing Fortuitous in this list is like, there you go. Like what do you do in turn 1? You're not playing EK because you can't pay for the upkeep next turn anyway. You're not playing anything crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't really have anything that you're worried about because you know you're ending the game with 30 health.
Mm-hmm.
So you can afford to take the damage, and then like he has an insane turn 1 play too because he can just end of turn Lost in Thought.
Okay.
But that
Hold
one was
on.
pretty lucky.
Yeah. If we're gonna do that every game, I'm on board. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
yeah.
right?
I do think it's nice though. You need the influence because it like these domains do eat up a ton of your.
So your point being, you're probably not going to do anything on that turn 1 because you want all the influence,
Yeah.
or okay.
When I played, I feel like when I was first testing this list out, I was a really big fan of Fortuitous.
See, I want to argue with you about this, but I feel like the argument is we're gonna miss the whole game.
Yeah.
So we'll have to fight about it off stream, or if they take a long time to sideboard. But we do see that Lost in Thought play. Jumping straight up to level 3 Tony.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a little bit of a spoiler here for the game plan for Mr. Otaku.
There you
But
go. Okay. So let's see. He's got. I think it's a. Oh,
I don't know what Neos card that is.
I think it's just. I can't read it. He's got a DG. It's a
Yeah.
hub
Are
of
we
innovation.
really putting that DG down?
And he's put Wenjang Jiao down. I think you probably play your stalwart right here, right? Oh, or your Frosty.
Frosty.
Of course. Your government mandated Frosty
Yeah.
if you're playing water.
And we're gonna have the
Double DG.
3/4 stare at each other. type
Yes.
thing.
There you go.
Yeah. So I mean that is nice, right? Because the Frosty is very unlikely to get cracked. Without the stalwart there, you pretty much know it's gonna get eaten by that black market broker, right? Because we know that Rizwan wants to just replay it.
Now the big thing is I don't know why he didn't swing with the Frosty.
Just to get the free damage in. Yeah, that's a good point.
He has double taunt right here, so no matter what.
Taunt intercept, right? Which
No. Tony has taunt at level 1.
taunt.
So no matter
taunt
what,
Tony.
this
right,
this
right.
Frost one will not
is
die.
living. Yeah. So you may as well get the damage in. That's a great point.
So probably a big miss. I mean, we'll see if the 3 damage matters, which it could. 3 damage is a lot.
Yeah. So player tendencies wise, do you know if Rizwan likes slice and dice lists? I know that he's been on Shadow Strike lists in the past.
He's a Shadow Strike gamer for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the list that he took to regionals and topped with.
Yeah, I've definitely seen him like on Shadow Strike a lot. Do you know if he's willing to play not Shadow Strike?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't keep up with lists
To
much,
that level of obsessiveness. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
but I know some other sharp-eyed people might.
Somebody out there knows.
Okay, let's see. He's like really thinking about this.
Yeah.
I think he wants to replay this black market broker, but he's unsure how to pay for it.
To me, it almost looked like he was rethinking whether to play it. Yeah,
Okay,
so
or Surveil.
it's gonna go surveil instead. So either way, getting prep,
Oh,
but a little more interaction here. Is that Dream Fairy coming down?
that
Yeah,
Dream
she
Fairy
is.
coming down. I think it's probably going after
Sending the Frosty back up. Yeah.
yeah,
And so here you really do wish that you would have gotten that
that 3 damage.
couple
for
damage
sure.
in, yeah. So the reason that I ask about the S&D is I'm curious how much this early damage is going to be relevant. We know, obviously, Otaku's going up really high in hit point pool, and it's a defensively built list. So the only way this early damage is relevant is if there's going to be early burst.
Mhm.
So that's kind of the lines that I'm thinking along right now. It's like, does it matter that he's at 9 damage, or is it just kind of incidental?
He's already taken a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So at least getting on the board would be a good start, but
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. Oh, he didn't drop for turn.
Oh no, Judge,
Drop for turn.
Judge,
Please.
Judge.
Please.
Do we intervene here?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're figuring
Yeah,
it out.
they're figuring it out. Yeah, go drop for turn.
If they're not figuring it out,
1, 2.
yeah, they're trying to.
Yeah, you need to drop for turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
They got it.
awesome.
Good.
Another Zhang Zhao. No domains, by the way. I don't know how many domains he's running.
Yeah.
I run 30, I think. So definitely yeah, put your second stalwart.
Mixed art stalwarts to throw your opponent off. Nice.
They're both facing opposite directions. I think is really funny. They're like back to back right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard.
You gotta put Tony in between them and then like a little bit back, so he
Yeah.
truly looks protected.
Savage smash. Okay, I think he's
Okay.
gonna try to go for. Please kill
Punch
Asen
through
protected.
Asen, yeah.
Please kill Asen.
Yeah.
No.
Asen dead?
Please kill Asen. It was not an Asen.
It was not an Asen. It was an Asen.
No,
no.
it wasn't. Oh.
Oof. That's tough.
Well, I guess he has the double taunt, so he's like,
Yeah,
Possibly not
but
too afraid.
are we really wanting to push damage here? I don't think there's a world where that's not an error.
There's slice and dice right there.
Okay. Well,
You asked.
that asked and answered.
Yep.
And we do have the prep as well. So
GG.
going up to 3 here.
Now this is where it gets hard for Tony.
Yeah, I mean, Tristan has got what she wants, right? Which is the 4 prep counter level 2 into a level 3. Like I'm gonna just discount level forever. The backup dancers are coming out.
The big thing is that Tony has no way of getting over it unless he plays
A big cleave.
the big cleave. Yeah.
Whoop.
Whoop.
Oopsie daisy, don't do that, dude. Okay, pop that,
Now
turn
you
it into a card. Now we are going to
Shadow Strike. Yeah, it's unblockable.
Uh,
It's
yeah.
unblockable. You-
He's saying, hey, you can't taunt this.
Yeah.
And
What?
swing into.
That might be it.
Well, are the ominous shadows?
Huh?
Can the ominous shadows not be blocked? What's the actual? It's
Oh,
been so
they
long since
can.
it's been so long since I've played against her.
Wait.
Yeah, I have to like actually check. There is some other text on there.
I think they can only target champions. That's why.
No. Oh, they can only declare attacks against things that Tristan has
Yeah.
attacked. Yeah, that makes sense. So it makes the taunt not relevant. Oof. Well,
No, how does taunt?
that if you could declare the attack, you have to. So
Oh,
it's,
because
it's the
it
same.
would be illegal.
Yeah, it's the same reason that like giving a
Stealth.
taunter stealth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If able. Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty quick and clean 1-0 from Rizwan. Before we went back on air here, we're kind of wisecracking about, oh, this is going to be a best of 1 just because of the slow nature of the Neos Tony list.
Yeah.
But man,
He had the line.
yeah. And so sideboarding out the Fantasia hate here on Rizwan's side.
Yeah, that's tough. With this list, it's just I need to ask him how many domains he's running because he had
Mhm.
0 domains the
Yeah.
entire game. Like
Right.
you need EK and you need to go through your deck fast enough to find it.
Right, and also to get the influence engine up and running quick enough to be relevant, right? Because he kind of just got run over.
He had double Zhang Zhao in hand and no way to play
Mhm.
it for the draw two because you want the draw two.
Yeah, and I mean, doing it for heal there, even when you know you're on the ropes, it's just never going to be enough. You're all you're doing is delaying the game loss at that point. So like you're just never going to make that play.
I need to
Unfortunately,
find out how many he's running.
it's going to be a deckless discussion after this match. Well, he was running pretty good at locals the other night on the list, so
Maybe
I'm
it's just
wondering,
unlucky.
yeah, unlucky or running really well the other night, or a deckless change. Who knows? He doesn't normally play in the Sylvie sleeves, does he?
No.
It's funny. Little tournament head fake. It's funny how common that is too. And people just decking themselves out in either like some other champion specifically or just random stuff, right? Come up with the the Tristan shirt and Sylvie sleeves and all the flair on your bag is like Lorraine. They just don't know what to think.
Me, I pull up.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Still win.
Still. Where's the Arisana players, man? I
mean,
can commentate that bit.
You keep trying to make more. I don't like it. I want to have the inevitability. Come on, man.
Okay, so if I am Nathaniel,
Yeah.
I go first. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, because the fortuitous you're like secret going second anyway, right?
Yeah. So definitely want something
It's a family streamers one.
interesting choice of sleeve. Hey, at least we don't have Nathaniel's other sleeves on the stream.
True. You're right.
Okay, there's Vapor Jet, Shield Bearer. Let's see, what is he dropping here?
Maybe that's why he changed sleeves.
Understood. Double Frosty, I definitely keep. So this is not bad. Okay. Oh
He heard you. He was gonna send it.
wait, he kept Atmos Armor Type Ares.
Ooh, I don't like.
I don't know
that.
about that.
I'm glad though, because the best part about having one of your buddies on stream is you get to yell at him afterwards to second guess everything.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Double slice and
Double
dice.
slice.
Sadie. Fumes still being in. How do you feel about that?
Fume still being in makes a lot of sense. It's kind of your pseudo unblockable in case you don't have the unblockable for slicing dice, or you don't have the Shadow Strike unblockable. So
Yeah,
I feel like it's fine. And like he returns his stuff to his hand too,
right.
and
So
he
you
gets to
can
pay for it.
regain influence off of things like windmill and such.
And it's only a -1 for him because he gets to pay for it with
Right.
prep counters.
Yeah, true. I guess the other thing would be it gets you out of spots against the Neos list where nothing else would. Like literal unwinnable game states you just fix because all the tokens go away and stuff.
So this is tough because
Can I read that, Suche?
he kind of needs to, because how much Black Market Broker does 2 damage.
Yeah.
He needs a taunt right now. Oh wait, now he has Stalwart right there, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you play Stalwart right now. Protect your Shu Chang. Yup.
Yeah. Zuchang getting flipped off.
Okay, my bad.
What is the material card that I don't recognize?
That's Wayfinder's map.
Okay.
You get to. I think it's
You go
search your
find
deck
a domain?
for a domain.
Okay, got it.
So you get to. Hopefully, you
You-
look for what you look for
you-
EK.
You gotta carry this cast for me here, Lorenzo, because I don't know about all this real estate stuff, man.
Oh no, it's a domain cards you activate cost 1 less. I don't use this one either.
Okay.
But you draw a card, activate this ability only if you control. Oh, draw a card, activate this ability only if you control 3 or more domains.
Okay.
So
So you get to discount your stuff out, and then eventually cantrip the map later. Okay.
notably, the Shu Chang, he's forced pretty much just to pay 2, and then he does have a floating in hand, and then ensnaring fumes also gets around the tax if he pays for it
With alt costs, yeah.
Yeah.
So the other kind of tech that you can do with Zuchang, if you have pre-reckable stuff, that's relevant. So like for example, Fairy Whispers, right? You
You just pay
pay tax at the beginning of your own turn instead of end of their turn. So that may be something that we see come into play. Okay, 2 slices going down.
3, 4 for something. Yeah, he's gonna. Okay.
Wave.
5 for Sadie, right? 6.
Oh,
Oh.
right. Duh. That we just finished talking about the tax.
I thought he was gonna play Sadie, but I guess Black Market is good too.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like from game 1, Rizwan is essentially just valuing as much early prep as he can get and not worrying as much on board. I like the choice not to punch into Stalwart there. I think it throws Nathaniel off of his game a little bit.
Draw Storm of Thorns. He probably should level up sometime soon. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you do want to control the banish if you can.
yeah. He needs another domain. That's the big thing.
Yeah, no target for the Frax. That is a little bit of a bummer.
He probably just.
Does he run backup charger?
I think so. Okay, hub. Get that draw. Okay, you definitely can level up next turn. Oh, pretty nice.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, seeing any float on that draw into memory is always a nice thing, right?
Yeah.
You never want to see like a DG that's the only DG that you have and then have to risk that to a banish.
I think leveling up next turn is good, but also I think if he's running sensors.
Yeah, just locking Rizwan out. But the thing is, like, these win lists just have so few float cards anyway that
That's true.
it
Might not be worth it.
yeah, so that's where I think maybe not. Okay, we lose the fumes.
Not too big of a hit.
No, I don't think it's a big deal.
We go level 1.
Yep.
You know,
And
little prepperino.
Go prep, yeah.
go wow.
Rizwan with approximately 8 billion influence.
Mhm.
Try and do another turbocharge. Is he gonna rock that turbocharge for 5 here? No, just his pass. He really doesn't want to give him that stalwart, huh? I think Otaku levels here.
Just hard level.
Oh, he is gonna cast it? Yeah? Yeah?
Playing 4, 5.
Tap
Turbo.
down
No,
for a
Sadie.
Sadie.
Now you can probably Sadie and then get the
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
it's
sense.
pretty
It
good.
kind of takes the edge off of the tax, huh?
you storm.
Oh,
Yo.
we out here? No? Take back 6?
Unless. Okay.
I mean, okay.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Sure. Fort face.
Send in the ladies.
Black market brokies.
Yeah.
Oh, they kill the shoe chain.
Ooh, that's kind of nice.
That's pretty good.
Sending 3 back to hand with the agility, and it is your go, sir.
Okay, good.
Level to Tony, off of the stalwart.
Pretty good. Now you got free reign. Yeah, Tony does have taunt, but you do have a gang of baddies on the board.
Yeah.
Let's see what you do about that.
This does feel like a better game than the last one. Like the game 1 was such a blowout, and this feels like Otaku's actually getting to do stuff a bit. So gonna burn that loss of thought for a frosty.
Draw into Neosite.
Don't
I'm not a
love-
big fan of Neosite.
Yeah, don't love to see that right
Oh wait,
now.
no, I think it's a symbol of ancients. But either way, you see
you
Neos
don't
right now.
Yeah, you don't want to see Neos stuff right now. I mean, I guess there's a world where you're gonna hard level off of it and just not care, but that's, I mean, it's not like DG or something, right? Is he on DG or AG or both?
He's on DG.
Okay. So we will not attack the stealth lady.
Yeah, you gotta attack.
You to attack Sadie or nothing, and you don't want to attack the Sadie. You also, man, this is just a rough. You almost don't want Frosty out because it's gonna get punched by a black market and then punched by a Sadie. It's like you're slowing them down, but only kind of because you're giving the agility trigger back. I don't know. I don't know if I like it.
It's a tough call.
How do you feel about the level? Oh, I see. With the on-inner on the stack, we go to 4 prep. I was gonna say, how do you feel about it? But yeah, that obviously makes sense. And are we pre-wrecking anything?
Of course, no Shu Chang. I'm pre-wrecking everything right now.
I mean,
There's the windmill. There's the Sadie into the DG.
brother. Yeah, that's gross. Okay.
Wow.
So Rizwan's taking Otaku to Value Town at this point. I don't think there's anything else you're pre-wrecking here. There's nothing else fast in hand to cast. So we're gonna Rico and
Probably
DG
drop that windmill. or
DG
that
up.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you DG up for city. Yeah, okay. So DG up, crack the Frosty. Do you go? Which Tristan do you go into here?
No, you definitely go into. You just go into Shadow Dancer.
You think?
You don't reef. Just
See,
because.
the thing is, I love value. Why would you win the game when you could draw cards? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
Impossible conundrum you present to me.
So 2 damage.
He has the Shadow Strike in hand too, so I was like, I think you just definitely go for the.
So that looked like 2 damage face redirected via intercept, and I just wonder why you would ever not just swing into the Frosty.
He probably wants the damage on face just to keep. Just to make
lines.
Yeah, to make the lethal line a lot easier.
Okay, now we go for the storm that we know. Everybody knows about, right? Because it was cast and then uncast later, and then we go.
Oh,
Storm
that's pretty
Retaliate,
good. That's
right?
pretty good. Storm Retaliate to kill the Black Market Broker. I'm kind of a big fan of, but he's gonna DG right
So
now.
my thing is just why do that? Because you know the storm is in hand. It was shown to you earlier. So why would you give your opponent a choice if you know that's the play that they want to make?
You got a point.
So we have 2 damage on Frosty, 1 damage on Frosty, 1 damage on Frosty does.
Okay, choosing to
Kill.
turbocharge.
It's like you were always going to make that Sadie play, right? But it just seems to me by giving your opponent a choice, maybe there's some other line he's thinking of that I'm not, where you would want to put the damage, like you're saying. But to me, I just want that Frosty not on board.
Okay, let's see what Daniel does here. Let's hope. I think probably you go to level 2 here.
From a standpoint of just wanting to progress game plan and
Yeah.
get to Neos? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just you need to be able to keep up because as soon as she hits level 3, your taunt doesn't matter, which is like the most frustrating thing about this list.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, and into Tristan in particular, right? It feels like Neos Tony has so much game against an enemy board, like in this Philo meta, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You just have a lot of roadblocks, but then Tristan just says, I don't care.
Yeah.
You can't crack back against my allies because they have stealth or they bounce to hand or blah blah blah. And also I'm gonna attack through all of your defenses. He says, what is this domain? Yeah, I would be reading all those cards too, Rizwan. I'm right there with you. I believe that is the altar.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dormant Sacrificial Altar. You never use it's pretty much just Hub of Innovation.
It's
too.
just fair enough.
But the big thing is he still has not found
EK.
EK.
Yeah.
Also, that hub should cost 1. Or that dormant should cost 1.
Right.
Because he has Wayfinder defense.
Right.
Okay. I think it's just
Judge.
yeah, you just gotta get more reps.
He needs. This is only his second day on the deck, right?
Yeah.
So. And I think those kinds of things don't take long to build up, but it's more than one night, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and especially like you get thrown into a feature match where you're in like a nice cozy private booth playing against your opponent. It's just a different atmosphere.
Okay.
And I don't know if Otaku's been on stream in a tournament actually either.
I don't know either. But what we do know is that Rizwan
Has a bajillion influence.
he's got a grip.
So we're gonna DG off a DG and 2 windmills, and so that does tell us that we're going to Dancer and not Reaver, right? To your point. 2 windmills.
I mean, probably wanted one of the DGs in there, but it's okay.
Is there even a Reaver in that material deck? I didn't see
doubt
her
it.
as we pan through it.
I think Reaver, especially right now, is a little too
Dude,
slow.
she's so sweet though. Come on, taking people's cards.
She's pretty cool. I think I did almost lose a game to Alex because he stole my Spell Shield Astra and I was looking for it.
Yeah.
I was
it
like,
is
oh, my bad.
truly the worst. Yeah, I just hate that Ghost is a better card for Alex than it is for me as a Merlin.
As a Merlin player.
Come on.
Alright, let's see if he's got lethal lined up. Let's see, 26, or he's got 25 health right now. 6,
So
5 prep counters.
S&D would hit for... I'm bad at slice and dice math.
All right, Pokemon players.
One, two.
Your round number 2 are up.
Into 7, 11,
11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
No.
So, yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Seems like...
Ooh! That's gonna ink out.
So...
Oh, unless.
That's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, I went there. Can't tell me nothing.
Okay, ignoring that, do you if you were the Tristan player, would
Do
you
you
let that
ink cap?
happen? Yeah. I see.
So
He wanted to keep it up for Mastermind.
yeah, he wanted to resolve the mastermind, and then try to keep the in cap up to resolve the Shadow Strike later, maybe. But if you have that much influence, why wouldn't you just pay for whatever counterspell? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I would probably in cap, but I guess then you don't get to resolve. Yeah, maybe it's right.
Maybe it is right.
Rizwan probably knows this better than we know it.
I am not a
He's got
Tristan
the
player
reps.
by any stretch of the means, so I will trust that
I mean,
that was a good play.
the prep counters are a really big deal, right? And being able to threaten, especially knowing that your opponent's game plan is to block up the board a bunch. It's so funny how many of these Domain Tony cards you have to read as as the opposing player. Like even the obelisks, which are not new to the game, have just not been relevant in competitive play for so long.
But they're awesome.
They're so cool.
Where is your EK, bro?
You know-
Where is it?
And so that is the thing, right?
Nope, Zhang Zhao.
It's that thing of the deck being a different deck depending on whether or not you have this one card, right? It's the same problem that Razor Gale has, for example.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we have this
The same problem that, like, if you glimpse, don't find your Cosmic Bolts.
Sure, yeah.
Repairing stuff a bit.
Summon Sentinels. Pretty good.
Yeah?
This can get ink cap though. And you don't have any interaction.
Right.
I think he's
Yeah,
gonna let this
Rizwan
through.
still has a full grip. His posture doesn't look like he cares. He doesn't,
Yeah.
he's not like reaching for the in cap, right? Yeah. So that goes through.
2 different automaton drones. again.
Mixing the art, a
art.
true connoisseur.
I wonder what he's holding the ink cap for, though. Maybe he's holding it up for Frostbind in response to the Shadow Strike or something. Maybe it's...
But again, you just pay for the Frostbind. So it could just be the thing of like, that doesn't matter enough. I don't care that you have those. So, I mean, sending damage face. And then Rizwan's like, cool, take it on my shadow. They hit for nothing.
Yeah, that's the big... Yeah, he needs...
I mean, at that point, you should just like kill the DG or the BMB, right?
Oh, BMB has stealth.
BMB has self yeah, as
So-
previously discussed. Yeah, then at that point, you're killing the DG.
You kill the DG.
Which isn't meaningful, really. That 1 point of damage isn't going to matter. So, I mean, that's why Rizwan looks at it and is like, yeah, cool. I guess you can have 4 power, sure. No worries.
It's all up to Rizwan.
I mean,
He
it's
took the damage.
what, bro? What?
Oh, he wants to keep the prep counters.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because I guess you also don't care about being at 4 damage either, right? It's not
Yeah.
like Tony's going to kill you in a hurry. So, which automaton drone art do you like better?
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your rationale?
Huh? She has a hat.
Okay, fair.
So
yeah.
we'll that's it. It's nothing crazy. Also, she has the she has a spear. I think that makes it look way cooler.
Well, she's definitely going to be better in battle. The other one has like a pretty dress thing though. That's not nothing.
I think she looks more like she's gathering herbs. She looks like a foraging servant than an
I mean, she is a 1/1.
Oh, blinding orb.
That
That might be it.
that kind of says I'm about to end you, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna be at 11 prep. You might want to wake your. There you go. always that's one of the funnier ones that players don't do properly in tournament,
Yeah.
not waking stuff up, and nobody ever calls anybody on it. So now we're doing math. So go put you up to 9, 10, 11, 12.
No, but yeah, he still has one soft influence. I don't know if he's gonna use it, but I feel like you probably use it first if he remembers.
Right.
1, 2.
He does not remember that that's there.
It's fine. I think he still has the math. Oh,
So double up again, Shadow Strike you, GG, shake my hand. And that's gonna be that.
22 is a.
A lot, yeah.
I mean, it's a decent amount. Yeah, you're getting popped right here, buddy.
Yeah.
Is that 3?
That's agility 3, I think.
Oh, I see.
In what universe, though? Because you know you have lethal and he's got 1 card in hand.
One card in hand and no EK. If he
Unless the 1 card is zero cost counterspell.
possibly one that you could pay with herbs,
Yeah. Yeah.
that would not be broken at all.
Bear Gaming, Shadow Strike you for a bajillion? Question mark?
Shadow Striking for 18. Blocking 2.
Oh my.
That's true.
Oh my.
Blocking 2.
Brother. Is this real
Could
life?
that be
Is
it?
this real life?
Could that be it? Hold up.
No shot, dude.
All right, come on,
Wait.
We'll set the tables. I'm
What?
gonna talk to you guys for a minute.
Wait, was
I'm-
blocking 2 enough? 18.
So he went 7, 9, 11. Swing for 18, which is 16. So yeah, he's dead either way. It's
18
definitely-
plus.
Yeah,
Plus 4, right?
So he was at 11. The Shadow Strike was coming in for 16 prep or 18 prep regardless. So even without the damage on the Shadow Strike, it's still lethal.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he has whatever wasn't lethal. The 2 damage that was prevented by Obelisk.
Is the damage on the Shadow Strike itself? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like,
Well, there's also the
dancers.
the 2 dancers that can swing. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, that's that. Unfortunately, I think this
that was
is.
a little unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bumpy draws for Otaku. A couple minor mistakes that I don't think were consequential in terms of like the match outcome. The players now talking about, hey, what else was in your deck? Like, what was going on? And he flashes the ZJ. Yeah, I think this is a combination of a bumpy draw for Otaku and then also kind of a rough matchup in just Tristan saying, I am an assassin and I don't care about your elaborate defensive mechanisms and robots and whatever else you have.
The big thing too is the dancers really hard for him to get over. He kind of thrives off of just doing a bunch of little damage with a bunch of dudes.
Right.
And if you have an ally that just says, yeah, those dudes don't hit me anymore, it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because do that and you play like
they're talking through the same stuff we are.
yeah. It's tough. It's just she can hit lethal so much faster than
She can hit lethal really fast. She ducks so much of what the Tony deck is doing and says that doesn't matter. I just She feels like she has the world and Tony has nothing.
Yeah, if only he had a way to deal with, let's see, like maybe staggering strike you probably want to put in.
Yeah, I mean it's just that weird thing of like how relevant is Tristan even in the meta? Like we're talking about 2 decks that are not really considered fully tier 1 right now, right? Like the Tristan I feel like is tier 1.5. Like she certainly can do it, but she's kind of like kid sister to Xander right now, it feels like a little bit, just meta position wise.
There's like, I think the greatest thing about this format is that there's like 20 decks you have to care about.
See,
It's awesome.
as a Merlin player, I hate that for us. I want a less healthy game with a less diverse meta so that I can not have to stretch my like 3 flex slots across a bajillion decks. But yeah, for the rest of y'all, it's great. I mean, hey, have fun.
I think it's just like, yeah, the fact that we can say something like, Winteristed is really good, but also she's not the best.
Really, really good, but not in the collection of like 8 decks that are the current best deck.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just so flavorful and fun. Like since she's come out, like from day one of Rico, I mean, maybe people have different opinions because of Korhazi, but that aside, she's been
I'm different people.
a very like flavorful and cool deck. But yeah,
I do think, like right now, it's just like you could be playing pretty much anything, and it will probably work.
Yeah.
And that's
At least on some level, right?
Yeah,
Like you can definitely win with anything in this game, and it's one of my favorite things about GA, honestly.
like, I think with enough tuning, this list that Nathaniel has could be almost there.
Yeah, you need the right run through the tournament. Like you need to see the right decks, but that is also a factor of having such a diverse meta too. You can just like you can lose the tournament simulator game in the sense of you know, oh, the meta is very diverse, the meta is very healthy, and I just saw all the decks that I lose to. Bummer.
Yeah. That's me when I run into any form of Xander, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I had a similar experience with the recent store champs that we had here where I fought 2 Xanders and the one water, 1 wind. The wind list felt doable. Not great. Like probably I'm still negative into it, but I'm like 45%, right? The water list though, brother. Yeah, just
that's a 1-0 deck.
Yeah, it's a 1-0 deck. I was also playing a 1-0 deck, and it's the kind of thing where I don't think I'm favored in game 1. We're gonna play best of 1 for game 3. Yeah, I'm about it, right? But it's just not. And with both of those opponents, they were guys from LA who I know and who I'm cool with because we've played before in high stakes matches and stuff. So we were playing pretty quickly, taking a lot of shortcuts and so on and so forth. And yeah, I don't know. Even with that said, it's just a little bit
grind.
Yeah, it's a grind. It's just a lot to get through, and it's a lot of okay, I know that he knows that I know that he knows that there's such and such interaction, so nobody can actually do anything because if you do, they get ahead.
Yeah, you're in that like stalemate where you're like, I don't want to play something because if I play something, then you're gonna be ahead, and if you play something,
I'm gonna be ahead, and we both know that, so we both have to do all this silly like, cool, I'm gonna play 1 windmill engineer. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna play mine, swing into yours. It's all that just silly stuff, right? Trying to like, what's the least committal thing I can do to apply just a crumb of pressure
to get you to do? Yeah, what can I do? What's like the least I can do to make you do something crazy?
Yeah, exactly. So 20 minutes here left in the round. We'll pull up the Omni quickly and just see where we're at. I'm going to guess that you and I are going to have a nice little time of philosophizing about Grand Archive here for a while for the
sounds like
folks back at home.
Probably will be. There's 2 people watching. Hello.
This is the part where we start talking about like old cartoons, right? So this is a normal thing to do.
Okay.
So yeah, no results in yet, which either means nobody's reporting or everybody's still playing. So the matchups would be Rodney against Abel, and then either Corey into Alex and Volknero. Oh yeah. Okay, Volknero. Okay, so interesting. So who do you think takes... Do we know what Rodney's on today?
No.
Nobody
But I could find out.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be right back.
We're gonna go ahead and send Lorenzo on a field trip to go scout the players' decks here.
All right, Pokemon.
So I know, just looking through the rest of the Omni, we just saw the Wind Kristen and Neos Tony. We know that we've got the Nico, the Philo. We have one of the Seiryu deck, Corey, and I believe we've got Nate on Water Genbu. Not sure what Volknero is running either. So we basically have 2 question marks in the field currently. And that will be answered shortly. So into the field, just thinking about the Rodney and Abel matchup, I feel like Nico's in an interesting spot. I would, if Rodney's on his fractals, which is one of his go-to decks right now, I feel like the Nico is probably favored into anything other than
Alrighty,
a
y'all.
nut draw. Oh, Lorenzo's back.
Looks like we are going. Everyone's done a little early, so we are going to sign off for right now and go into round 3. We'll see you when that comes back.
Bye.
Bye.
Gotta get out of here, get some fresh air.
kids. It's right in this one. And we're back. We've got Rodney, Rizwan here, our only two undefeateds in the field. Rodney on the Diao Fractal, and Rizwan on the Win Tristan. Players both throwing 7 at each other. Okay, here's one for you, Lorenzo.
Yes.
How do you feel about your opponent rolling their own dice after you roll your dice?
I don't know. Is there a problem with that?
I have a problem with it because I always present the dice and basically say, you know, high roll on 2, and I point at the dice like we're going to roll these 2 dice, which are fair against themselves,
Yes.
right? And then people will like get their own dice out of their bag. And I have 2 perfectly good ones on the table, and then roll. And it's like, who's to say which dice are, you know, weighted or more fair or whatever? But if we roll the same dice, it's fair.
You know, I
Never thought about it.
I've never thought about it. Mostly because I just assume
I-
everybody's not bringing like rocks
I mean,
in their dice.
I might be a lunatic. I don't know.
I don't think you are. I think it's a valid concern to have. I just when you said that to me, I was like, damn, like
Your mind
I never really thought
opened
about
up.
that.
Yeah. I mean, to me, like my preferred thing is that they point at their dice and say high roll on 2, and then I say may I and roll their same dice. That is the ideal interaction. But yeah, Rodney doing his thing where he taps his hand for a while, plans out the whole turn, then does all of it really fast and passes to you.
Here's the calculate.
Did you see the tapping? He's
Yeah,
like, I paid
they-
2 for this, I paid 1 for this, blah 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 blah, and then watch, he's gonna speed run the whole turn in a second.
You know, every time I play against Rodney, whenever he starts doing that, I just hear like, you ever see those old calculators that print out receipt paper? Yeah.
He's gonna start doing stuff.
Here it is.
He's
Oh,
still double checking. He
the
got
Hoshikawa Sara fast cure.
fancy,
Holy moly,
fancy.
fancy. I'm gonna steal those. Don't tell Rodney.
I'm trying so hard to not want any fancy stuff in this game because it's all so nice, and I feel like once you go down that path,
It's good.
you gotta keep going down that path, right? I don't want to do it.
It's a slippery slope.
It really
to be
is,
sure.
truly. Rodney glimpsing, thinking, glimpsing, thinking, glimpsing, thinking.
Was that junk out? And
burst.
burst.
Keeps both on top.
as you should, I feel like that's probably
Seems
not
fine.
bad.
Do you hold up or do you cast another fractal? It's like, how bad do you want to level? I think you just fractal here, yeah.
Okay, I think you fractal.
Yeah.
There's no reason to hold it because, like, what is he gonna
It
do?
just,
What is he
yeah.
gonna do? Kill you?
Well, the other thing is you can fractal and fast cure, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can't. Sorry. He
Oh,
was
no.
halfway done paying for it. My bad. He's like, intrusion does nothing right now, Rizwan. Don't panic. Rizwan was scared. Are you ripping a card right now? No. Leave float.
That would have been so crazy.
So, I mean, I guess the line where you think about not ripping it there is, are you going to ZJ in a minute and then want to use your influence to bully theirs by, like, binning the fast cure aggressively and hoping that you rip an important card? But it just, that seems like you're hoping for too many things to line up, ideally. I like the play that Rodney made better there.
Yeah.
Rizwan goes Surveil.
Wow. Recollect.
Rico
wow.
draw.
One. He
One
notably he did pull a veiling.
face.
Veiling is
Kind of huge.
kind of big for, especially in this matchup, because you only have 2 down it.
Right.
Actually, stop everything.
Yeah. Although, I mean, it's an easily blanked card, but you do make them need 1 more materialization. Is he gonna show the veiling to the imbue right now?
I don't know. If I were him, I don't know if I would play it.
He's
Okay,
doing
he
it.
might,
He's gonna
he
be
might.
like, brother, I have 2 veilings. Come at me. Is he just now realizing that he paid for everything wrong, dude? I think he is. Ooh.
Yeah, you definitely put the veiling in there.
Like, the fact that he's picking it up and looking at it like, oh no, what have I done? Like, I think that does signal, yeah, the like slightly anxious hand tapping. He's like, why did I do this? Yeah. Oof. He's gonna pass and not play it.
Oh, he's doing it. Ah, double veiling, yeah.
Bro.
Dude. Okay,
That might come back to bite Rizwan here.
but notably, you do need 2 glimmerings to stop because now you know. Now you know you gotta worry about at least
Mhm,
2. So
mhm.
you need to have 2 to even make sure that your bases are covered when you're doing your burst asunder stuff.
Yeah, I will say a little bit of credit to Rizwan here. I think a lot of players might mistake tilt there and forget to swing with the windmill. So Good that he did not do that. Good that he gets that point of damage, and it may end up being consequential. So going to level here.
Big hit too. Oh, Frost.
Yeah, hitting the Frosty is a big deal.
He's going to DL one.
You're-
No, Wild Heart.
Just to get another reservable out?
Yeah, I think so.
Rizwan's like, what is that thing? Never seen this card. You mean that there's a reservable that is not a Fantasia Fractal? DJ. Yeah, that makes
that was
sense.
awesome.
That's a pretty hot play.
That was pretty awesome. You killed a
Little windmill.
Yo.
Yeah, tight play by Rodney.
Honestly, got the faster too. I don't know if he has enough.
He does not have an
He
yeah, he
has-
does. He has yeah, 3 cards down. He has 7 in hand, 3 cards down, and 4 cards down to if he wants to rip something. And I think if you're ever gonna make that play, you do it right now, right?
Yeah, probably before. Oh, captivating. Yeah. Well, I think he's gonna go for. faster
So-
right
So I think if you
now. Oh.
respond here with the fast gear hold opportunity, yeah,
Yeah. There you go.
then you get to heal and rip a card, bro. I guess you don't even have to hold opportunity. You just respond to the on enter, right?
Yeah.
Here's my hand. You figure out which ones are important. So what are you ripping here?
It's tough.
It's either Incap or Mastermind, right?
I think you take Incap, Mastermind, say they're all really good.
So you could take one Veiling.
I think you
because
take one Veiling too.
if you take a Veiling, then you know later you can blanket with Mirror. You're discarding a Scatter Essence, Rodney? Question mark? No,
I
that's
see the value in this
no
play.
no shot. You can't put a floating memory in graveyard.
I think I see the vision
Go ahead and defend it, because I'm on the hater train.
purely because him playing that Wild Heart Liar meant that he has no other fractals.
Well, it meant that he
So setting him back one fractal is really big.
I don't know, dude. Because if you think about what you need to do to win, right? Now we're back in the world where you have to Glimmer counter one Veiling and force the other one out with a mirror. Which I guess you could I just to me, discarding float is a thing you never do. Like if you have a choice of not doing it,
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. But it's like at the same time, I'm like, if the moment he gets set back one fractal, because he
Mhm.
was probably gonna play that Scatter Essence anyway.
yeah.
So the moment you get set back one fractal without another in hand, your play is kind of cooked because like right now, I like his hand. He only has a captivating opulence, and you can't
Mhm.
sacrifice that to Burst Asunder.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
I see the vision.
I guess it's a tempo thing.
Yeah, you're definitely going down a lot. Tempo taking that out, or you're basically increasing his tempo by a lot. by doing
Mhm.
that.
Well, it's like you are and you aren't. You're increasing everyone's tempo.
Yeah.
And so the question is, who's the beatdown, right? Like, is that good for Rodney?
Mhm.
To me, I feel like you're kind of chilling. Like you're able to play the influence man game better than your opponent, I think.
Well, he's looked right now. You can tell that he's digging for another fractal.
Yeah.
So we're double refracting.
Man, you
First
really
burst, refracting.
dude, you don't this is not what you want to see right now at all.
This is tough.
Is it 3 versus Sunders in hand?
Oh, don't open the Twitter.
Because I think the top bro, on stream? Brave.
Oh, he's looking for how much glimmering is.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that is
He's triple burst.
that is triple burst,
Double
triple
refract.
refracting.
triple refract.
I think, right?
Oh,
The
it
top
is.
2 cards and
Wow. Yeah, triple burst, triple refracting, and then captivating.
yeah. That just ain't it.
This
Man.
is this is a hand of all time.
Yeah. It's certainly one of the hands of all time.
Yeah, I think you definitely just.
Just
Yep.
man. Can I
This is
read it?
a good card though. Oh. Okay, the bad thing is that he doesn't have the Dao Chan bonus. So that's bad. The Dao Chan bonus being activated abilities of Regalia you control cost 2 more.
Right.
So if he materializes like
Yeah, what would that be relevant for?
GCR, backup charger,
Right.
Wind.
We already
Windwalker.
we already back upped.
Okay, so he's going to 2, so he's trying to avoid the opulence triggers.
Yeah. Tristan to me doesn't feel like the kind of deck that cares if she has to pay a couple for her card
Yeah,
draw. Like
I guess that's true.
like she can turbo out kills, as we saw in the previous feature match, but she certainly doesn't have to.
Yeah, I think maybe Rodney was just playing for the draw anyway. But you definitely should go level 1
I think he's just trying to cycle it, right?
next turn. But DG is coming out presumably.
Mm-hmm. Just thinking about what cards you want to lose to it.
It's just tough because if you're Rodney right now, you know he's got double veiling. What are you thinking right now?
And
you know,
and I'm still just raging because he didn't have to have double veiling. You chose that, Rodney. You chose that, my man.
I saw the vision. That's all I'm gonna say. The vision was there.
We'll see, right? Like
Yeah.
if he just like sails right through and gets the kill, then I will, admit defeat. But currently, as it stands, I'm not with it.
Glimmering.
Rodney says edges. We lose Mastermind, and I think it was Windmill.
Yes. Now we go to Twee.
There is a Fancy Pants, Tristan 3. Backup dancers come out of the box.
Out of the Tristan box.
Tristan box. That is, I think, one of my favorite dual deck boxes, honestly.
Really? I like it, but
The red on it is just so nice. Like,
it's a very deep red.
okay, DG swing.
Boots get popped. We dwell.
Did you pay for
No,
Booster?
Opulence is a Diao-chan bonus.
Oh, right.
That's why I was like,
as previously discussed.
Yeah.
Opulence is not on. He was only cycling it.
Yeah, see, this also would have cost 2.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah.
like imagine if he was level 1 right now. But,
No, it's not an activated ability, right? It's an alternate activation, so I don't think it
is
gets
that-
taxed.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's different. Okay, well he's swinging, regardless.
He swinging indeed.
Let's see, you play this Sadie right now.
I mean, as Rodney, you gotta figure here you have one more turn.
Yeah, your clock is your days are almost numbered. Like you gotta.
So I think the out that you're playing to is step 1. I hope he doesn't have it. I'm gonna go refracting,
Refracting. You,
and
do you recap
then
this? Let's see.
no, doesn't matter yet. Because what you'd be worried about as Rizwan there is he's trying to get me to tap out because he's gonna do something that matters in a second, and the damage doesn't matter. So you just go, I take,
Yeah,
right?
it makes sense.
But in reality, Rodney's just trying to level off of it, and he's desperate. So he needs Rizwan to not have lethal, and then he needs to draw like some kind of weird Xaxes. Like
There's the shimmering though.
shimmering is not nothing. That is definitely a good hit there.
With the shimmering and double refracting,
I'm gonna put another fractal down. And glimpse of it, I think.
No, he wants to put one into memory to use.
Right.
later.
Yep. Good point. Yeah, play that, and then I think you rest it. Let's see,
Does
because
he
you're
have
gonna.
time to rest it though?
You are only casting. Let's see, you have 5 influence to pay for stuff with. No, you actually, if you want to cast double refracting, you need
need
it
it
awake. Yeah. Okay, Rodney says rest it. I think that's wrong.
No, he wants to know what's up next.
Yeah.
There's the refusal.
So he says top bottom. Which card went where?
I didn't see.
A little sleight of hand there. Rodney, I'm not sure what card went where. Okay. Oh, dude, we forgot about the liar. He has the mana for the double. He has the reserve for double refracting either way. So he's got
He does.
he has 5 cards in hand, so refracting 3, and then he has 3 soft influence on board to pay for the other one.
The big thing is just like, oh, and then he has the extra damage from shimmering too. So, but that's not lethal still. Let's see.
So
What
it's
did he do
it's
for
not
5. What did he do for 5? 10, 14, and then another
so
4.
double refracting isn't lethal, but it puts Tristan at 14, and then he can hit for another 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. He's one off. What's the flipped card?
Oh, flip card.
The white card that's down. Is
That's his memory.
that's memory? Okay. Why is the memory beside the...
Rodney's got
That's...
Rodney's got the avant-garde board state.
This, yeah, this is the... I put my banished slimes on your side of your playmat. Like, come on, bro.
Well, let's see
Weird,
let's see what
weird
he does
power
about this.
move. He's thinking.
This is gonna be for 5. So
Yep. That's math.
the big thing is, yeah, you probably just get rid of Asen so that you can survive.
So you
another
don't have a
turn.
clock. Yeah, and so this is back to the like I gotta hope he doesn't have it type thing.
You're good.
So I mean the nice thing that's gonna be tough. The nice thing I guess about the refracting play is that he's gonna get the card back and it's like the influence back off of Scepter, right?
He's gonna influence back off Scepter, and he's gonna get influence back off of this too.
Right. The card coming back to hand.
Literally, it's your name.
So
I realize I just pointed at the card saying this. And...
yeah, I got you covered, buddy. Radio rules. I can call it out for the viewers listening at home.
1, 2.
1 and a 2. Push the damage
and a
up a
2.
little bit.
Put the ink cap down if you're brave.
No.
He's not brave enough.
Play the Sadie.
See for another 2. Yeah, he's.
And so the idea being, I'm gonna put down a bunch of stuff.
Oh, he's gonna
I
try
go
to force him to pay 2 for
to-
this. Oh, pretty. This is awesome. So now he's forcing him to pay 2. Can't have ink cap for his next turn. He's
Mhm.
probably gonna burst next turn and try to kill. It's burst enough though. He's wondering if this is worth.
Yeah. And it looked like there was a little bit of ambiguity between the two players. Like, hey, did you let my Sadie resolve? Like, there was no extended hand of like, hold on, you don't attack yet. It was a little bit of ambiguity. So now we
Nice.
in cap. Ooh, dude, I don't know about that in cap.
Wait, they're scooping.
Scooping it up. He's saying I'm just dead here.
Who's saying that though?
Oh, is Rodney at lethal? He must have been. Yeah, that must have just
Oh,
been enough to put
that
him
was
in
it,
19.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Whoopsie.
no, we're
We're yeah.
we can't do math.
Yeah,
My-
fair enough.
my
fair enough, fair
apologies.
enough. I think I was so deep in the math on Rodney's side of the table that I stopped paying
Yeah.
attention to did Rizwan have a lethal line.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I think you're only out there was you have the glimmering that you
Yeah.
have off the top of your deck.
Well, and a turn ago we did say Rodney basically has to play for I hope he doesn't have it, and it turned out that he had it. So fair enough. So sideboarding wise, obviously the Blanches come in.
I just come in.
The infinite Fantasia hate looked like it also came in. I
He
think
has more.
yeah, I well the Morgans I don't think are relevant, but I
No.
believe I saw 3 Verdigris decrees come in.
Yeah, he's on his hater arc right now.
Yeah, he's highly teched for that. Terrafring, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. And I did not see as much. I was too excited by Rizwan's sideboard to pay attention to Rodney's. Unfortunate.
Doing the illegal shuffle.
Is that shuffle illegal?
Yeah.
Because I know the like overhand one is illegal. This is like a weird. I guess it's the same thing though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
Okay,
to
so
riffle shuffle.
yeah, you have to riffle shuffle and you have to do it 7 times. Government mandated. Rizwan's still sideboarding.
What was he taking out?
I don't know.
What was that?
It was purple.
Well,
Is so he's saying I don't need these Umbra cards.
he took out a mastermind.
Okay, okay.
Taking out mastermind.
Probably not a bad idea. It's like
It's not-
she's at 19.
Yeah, it's not the worst. Yeah, you don't need to, and you're also not like shadow striking through a bunch of taunt, right? So you don't care really.
Yeah, honestly, probably good.
And like S&D doesn't care that you have a bajillion prep; it just cares that you have some. So yeah, that
You can have
seems
one
right.
and still pay for it, so
Mhm.
it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
What would you cite in as Rodney though? Like, I think
Yeah.
this matchup is so weird.
So the thing that jumps to mind is, and I don't know if it's in a sideboard or not, is Crystallized Destiny. But again, that's only if you're worried about getting blasted for like one really big attack. So, hello.
Hello. Rodney being
Hello,
cheeky.
stream.
Hey, you gotta lock in, bro. You gotta you got a 2-0 to win.
See, he thought he knew, but he didn't know.
It's okay.
But hey, he cares about you. out there in Chatland.
Whoever is out there in Chatland, that one was for you.
Yep.
I need you to hit a sub right now for that.
Or at least some emo spam.
Yeah, or at least
Get banned by the auto moderation for us, will you?
yes, please. I got the double stream right here.
Nice. We see you, chat.
The timing was perfect for you.
Did you see that? I'm sorry.
I did.
So everyone,
YouTube
We
feed is,
we won't explain that one to the folks out in Radio Land.
I'm sorry.
All right, players with the fist bump. Rodney going first. I definitely like
Yeah,
him going
dude.
first. And all of a sudden we see fractals. So
Immediately.
and we are going to see a bunch of fractals dumped into play here.
This is immediately probably one of the greatest starts.
2 cost fractal. Pay for a 2 cost fractal.
Pay for a 1 cost
fractal.
Into more? Oh, dude, this is
Did he overpay?
no.
So 2 down for the insight.
And then a 1, and then another 1.
So then why are there? Oh, because the one's an unstable and it's
And it's on side.
it's hindered. Yeah. Okay.
So he drops the glimmer. No, I don't know what he dropped. But
I was too busy getting my count wrong on his influence.
the
so
next
fair
3
enough.
cards that he has are all gas.
That's what he put on top. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so DG, Veiling, Windmill, and some other stuff, but those are...
There's Verdigris.
Yeah, Verdigris gonna go hard here. He's gonna cast it, right?
He probably has to. Well, you want him
You ideally want to get some kind of other mode off of it, but doing this is fine, right? I think you hit unstable. Oh, bro, no, that's not the right way to do it.
Why do you hit dissonant there?
He hit it because it was awake, but it's definitely a mistake because you want to try to leave them stranded on fractal that they can't use.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think you probably hit unstable just so that they can't hit your boots.
Yeah, I don't want to leave my opponent the option if they're fractal heavy to hit me with the unstable later, and I want to try to hit the misers like, oh, you have a stranded fractal because that was all you had. So QSG here, what goes underneath? Almost always Scepter, yeah?
Scepter.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Sceptree.
Sceptree
Okay.
going in.
And Recollect, question mark? Yep.
Oh wait, we already know what's.
Yeah. Well, we do and we don't, right? Because we didn't quite see what he bottomed, and we also didn't catch the ordering.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a nice card with a nice little bonus on it. So
What
I
is
mean,
that? This one.
the very top one is a ZJ,
Oh, it's a ZJ. Okay.
which you can't cast. So you just unstable and pass here, I
I
think,
think
right?
he just unstable and pass. Yeah.
It's like, wait, what does this one I didn't kill do? Oh, Rizwan.
Rut-row. Rut-row Raggy.
Play.
ZJ for 1.
Really? Oh, because he wanted to get the scepter?
No, it's gonna be 0 on.
Oh, right.
Oh.
This tech. Yeah, we know this. We know this. Yeah.
Genius. Draw 2.
I've seen this play somewhere, haven't you? I totally forgot about it though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot about
that is nice. Yeah, hold priority on enter and then get rid of the card in memory is pretty hot. And the Frosty was never doing anything in this matchup, right? Like he doesn't have the float to feed to her, and there's not something for her to worry about defending against right now. You just want to go off on your own game plan.
She's pretty much just a beater with intercept in this list.
Yeah, so now we go do that, rest it, look at these cards.
Steel gas. Well,
No,
the
I'm
Fractrise is a lot worse.
I bought him the lit for sure. The frac I'm wondering about a little bit, but I think I bought them both here.
I would bottom both. It's like, what are you trying to frack this early on besides boots? And if
Yeah.
you frack boots, then they have an extra.
Yeah, you're giving them the influence anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Unless you frack your backup charger power cell for the extra.
Just to go plus, yeah. So the frac I think has an argument. The lit definitely does not.
Yeah. Let's see what he does.
I bought them both here because I just want to look for answers.
So
and
he is
Rodney
also
agrees.
buying
Okay,
both.
nice.
We are not washed.
Yeah,
That is important. That is the
Hey,
important thing.
dude, I've gotten caster cursed every single other time I've tried to say anything today, so I will take that. We take those.
All right.
All right, so both players saying I am gonna run my plan, and I'm gonna stare at you and say do your worst, right? So
You got that, champ.
yeah, I'm tapping out. You do you. Go
Into
off,
the scatter.
go off,
Oof.
king. Okay, so
Scatter.
I mean, to be fair, Rizwan has so much Fantasia hate. He quote unquote deserves to hit, like to find these cards, right? It's very likely that he will.
I see what
We are going to rock the scatter here.
he's gonna do it again.
And looks like verbally he said, get your unstable, because he knows now that he wants those gone. And
Black
we're going to go
market.
BMB, get those rolling. I will say, I feel like Rizwan's playing with fire at this point to be staying on spirit. This to me feels very spooky. To like, if you're tapping out specifically.
If he has a burst, let's see, it's
So if he had burst, he'd be looking at 8 damage there. So, but my point being, okay, so what if Rodney? So there's the burst. So what if Rodney says pass turn right now, full
Okay.
grip, right?
Sure.
You can't not level, right? Not leveling would be way too risky at that point.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe you just, if he does that, then you know you have to level.
Let's see. Do you?
He's
do
gonna
you
play
burst
another.
right
No, definitely not. He's gonna play another fractal
Okay.
and then pass. I think.
now? Oh no, burst. Burst is still not lethal. Yeah, so you want to wait.
But so this is that thing of like you're threatening like end of your next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to refracting you. I'm going to level off of the refracting, and then I'm going to instantly cast this thing from memory and hit you again,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then burst asunder you.
and then burst.
So
Asunder
you
all
go
my
if you
mages,
stay on
yeah.
spirit, like you're going poof. So yeah, Rizwan knowing that does level.
He had the scatter, so I think he was down to. Ooh, slice dice is not. Well,
No,
you
it's
need-
not-
you need
yeah,
3, right?
he's not set up to kill. So he's gonna send into. This is a weird niche thing, but I actually like killing the ZJ here.
think so.
The reason why is if they play a second ZJ and they unique rule it in the way that is normally unfavorable by killing the awake one that they've just played, you can't stifling trap it.
Why not?
This is like Galaxy Brain stuff, right? So at the moment that the ZJ resolves, she as a state-based action has to die to her own unique rule.
Yeah.
One of the two has to go.
Yes.
And if the one that you just played goes, you can't stifling trap it because there's no moment in time where Rizwan could kill it while it exists.
Oh.
So leaving the ZJ on board, it's like on the surface level, it looks like you're caring about the 1 damage, which you obviously don't. But what you really care about is denying the card draw for a late game. But here's that
Here's a refract.
that play that I was talking about before, which is run the refracting, level up. And then does Rodney have the other Zappy card?
Yes.
Yes. So
He's gonna put into memory probably after.
yeah. So we shot for 5.
Yes.
No, for 5
We shot
there.
it for 5. Notably, you can't burst this turn because you need it for the shimmer.
No, he has to go. He needs 1 more turn worth, and Rizwan has a full grip, so he needs Rizwan to like do a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter and also doesn't kill him, and then he gets to do the double zap you, wake up, and burst. Rizwan's clutching that veiling pretty tight.
Dude, he's like he's
Like,
keeping that close to his chest.
He's like, I keep this veiling and I keep this this random S&D that I'm not going to use yet, and then I can use the rest of the hand. He keeps touching the 2 cards. Like I need to have 1 thing that I save for this veiling. These other cards I can use.
Let's see what he's choosing to do right now, though.
So is this EOT or is this pre-rec? He didn't materialize.
He doesn't
yet.
materialize
Yeah,
yet,
so
so
it's EOT.
It's EOT still. No, but I
Still
mean,
full
well,
grip.
what can you even do? Like, I guess you can reclaim the black market broker, go to level 2, but it's like,
That
Yeah.
seems kind of reasonable to me, just from a health pool standpoint.
yeah, because at least you're going up, and then it makes the fractal math
Yeah,
hard.
and it's weird, right? Because as Tristan, you never ever want to do it before you hit that 4 counters. But I think against Fractals,
You're kind of forced to.
yeah, it's a front foot enough deck that yeah, you can those things that are normally not your game plan, but sometimes keep you from losing games. I think that's where a lot of the skill of level 3 decks comes in. Of just choosing, okay, I'm not going to run my optimal game plan, but I'm going to be not dead.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if he greeds and goes for
Yeah, I mean,
this time.
that said, like Rizwan being up a game, you can do some of those greedier plays, and they're time-wise okay, right? Like, you know, if this game concludes in another 8 minutes or so, they're on pace to finish the match.
Yeah.
Boy, Rizwan really tanking here.
He really does not know.
Judge,
Okay,
full play?
he's going to boots probably.
I mean, yeah, if you're not leveling, then you're making a play for prep
Let's
counters.
see if that comes to matter in the long run. I mean, no incap still, so you can still do your damage safely, but it's like
Right. Do you ferry the Zhangzhou here?
fairing the Zhangjiao is pretty good.
Because, like, yes, you're giving it back to their hand, and they can certainly blow up your Dream Fairy if that is a thing they choose to do. But you might actually want that from a standpoint of
Damage to Dream Fairy is not damage to face.
exactly, yeah.
So,
And the only things that you're going to be hitting that Dream Fairy with are big, gigantic nukes, right?
chooses not to, and instead goes
Passes. It does feel a bit to me like a losing proposition for Rizwan to keep saying, I have a full hand past turn. Like, you're just not advancing your game plan enough.
Let's see.
But, yeah. He is going to be making some plays
He
here.
said, "I'm done with Veiling."
And
Okay, he said, "Hold up."
he said, before you materialize
He's gonna bait him into
that-
Veiling right now. No? Stifling the ZJ? Sure. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
he's just trying to put cards down.
Yeah, he's trying to put cards
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So I think he's assuming.
So he wants a Veiling for 2 here, basically. And then he's going to pay with another wind card, cast the
Cast the
Veiling.
Veiling. Nice. So this basically stops. Like the null mirror is basically him saying, "Hey, you know."
You don't get to do that
don't get to do
me
that.
anymore.
Okay, so he's saying no.
He's going to Glimmering.
2.
Glimmering,
double
glimmering.
glimmering. We're gonna recollect. We're gonna duo.
And now we're gonna go.
Is this lethal?
So he's counting.
1. Putting this on the stack.
Yep.
2.
Yeah, holding opportunity. Shoot you with this.
2, 3, 4.
Now he's like, hey, walk me through this.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say Rodney gets excited when he has a lethal line. He goes from playing very carefully and like waiting and planning his whole turn to doing all of his stuff really quick. And it does kind of result sometimes in these states where the other player is saying, hey, wait, what's happening? Can you walk me through what am I paying for what here? So it's reserve the fractals for the burst, right? Hold opportunity. Then cast the norm one.
Yeah.
So you're going 2 fractals for the burst.
2 fractals for the burst.
Then it was 1 fractal, 1 card down
for that one. At
for the
beginning.
one that I can't remember the name of.
Pre-rack.
Yeah.
And then he's doing it again.
So he paid 1 and 1 for glimmering at the beginning of the turn.
But that was all from hand, yeah?
No, he played 1
was-
and 1 for the glimmering.
Oh, right.
So here's
okay.
1 up.
Oh, so did Rodney
And
did
then-
Rodney wake up the thing in Rico?
Okay, so he's doing it.
They're having to rewind, yeah. I mean, we have it all on stream if we really have to get down to it.
So he at the beginning of the
So
turn.
they're like about to rewind the whole thing.
Yes. So he had 2 down because he paid 2 for the glimmering, or for the glimmering refusal, and he paid 1 and 1 for the next glimmering. So. Okay, and then he recollected.
I think that they worked it out and they know there was one step.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, well,
I was like.
Rizwan can review the tape, I suppose.
Yeah, I agree. I just wanted to make sure because but granted, you would just kill me on my
So 1-1, 24 minutes left in the match. Certainly enough time to get through a game. Oh, right. Sorry, I was going to say, did we reveal from QSG? But the QSG card was shown because he had to do that to trick the CJ. So everything above board, I think, until somebody comes in with receipts from the VOD. So from here, I don't know that there's any real takeaway from games 1 and 2 for either player.
These are really solitary kind of decks.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
there is interaction, but it's almost like all of the interaction is very like dodgeable by the other player. Like the points of interaction are so clearly defined
Yeah.
that you can literally count their influence and go, okay,
Am I dead?
well,
Yeah.
am I dead? Or if I think they might be dead, does that amount of cards mean they have Incap or Glimmering or whatever, right?
Like you could tell that, especially like Rizwan's, like those last couple of turns, he was just like, he's like, darn, like I gotta play around this Glimmering,
Yep.
and he was
Yeah.
playing around 1, but he couldn't play around 2, which is what lost. him the
And
game.
he just like literally didn't have the cards to do it, right? He had single veiling, single Incap. So yeah, I mean, I think both players are playing fine.
Okay.
It's just kind of,
So now this hand from Rizwan right now,
it's basically everything you want.
it's
Yeah.
basically everything you need. He's got this. He's got the one
So-
scatter. He's got the Dream Fairy for the ZJ early.
Yeah. So
Like,
you BMB here just to get rolling, right?
Probably, I would probably go for that.
And
But
then
you B&B here and you risk kind of destroying or banishing one of your key pieces for the rest of the game. But
Are you gonna banish anything though? I think you're either gonna GCR or make a backup charger that you can't use.
that's true. Yeah, you could probably just sit at level 1 still, huh?
I mean, he did last game. He did to a point where I was worried about it, but it was actually like fine.
Double refracting, and then 4 fractals in
Goodness.
Rodney's hand.
Yeah, and
Into 5.
and he gets to run off of an 8-card opener here, right, as he's on the draw. So just circling back to the point about the Wind Spirit, right? We were arguing for a bit on, hey, is it fine to greed the card? And it turned out it was not fine.
It was not,
Right?
yeah.
It was at that moment that Rizwan knew he had made a mistake.
It's just like you, especially as the Tristan player, you kind of do want the first materialize anyway because
Mm-hmm.
he's not obviously not as sitting duck as other level 3 decks
Right.
prior to level 3, but getting to level 3 and just doing whatever, like as long as you can get to level 3 and you can start doing stuff, it's
He
good.
is banishing.
Wait, is Rodney not playing anything? No, Rodney.
I was gonna say, yeah. There's no way. Yeah. Okay.
you definitely play something
Yeah,
as Rodney. turn one.
yeah, because you're trying to spam fractals out. Rizwan was just shuffling his memory like he was about to banish, so I was confused. Okay, so we showed Rain and what?
Frostborn.
Okay, Rain and Frosty to Rain. The 6 is Imbue, which is just a thing I know Rodney does. Then we go 1 hard, 1 soft to pay for Fractal of Snow, and this to pay for my Unstable and pass turn. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So 3 Fractals in play, turn 1.
We do know that he has a Scatter Essence, so one of these is getting knocked.
Yep, and it should be the Rain.
Oh no, he's leveling to 1.
See, I don't like that.
Ooh. I think I see the vision. Like you want to get to 3, because I think what he's realizing is that staying at these early levels early on
Was
against
not
Fractals was
safe,
not the,
yeah.
it was not the move.
Yeah.
So I think going to level 3, at least at a good enough speed to where you don't have to worry about getting your back blown out by Fractals is a good idea.
Yeah, and just recovering the influence later. So here, yeah, we hit the Rain. We know that we've got a nice path to level 2 on our subsequent turn here. A semi-controlled banish, right? I'm going to lose one of these 2 cards. But again, we're going to have that, do you go to 2 when you're not at the right prep count to get a discount, right? Or is he going to make boots?
I do think at least he does have the time to make the boots.
Yeah. I don't know. This is just where it runs a little awkward on the Tristan side. There's almost nothing Rizwan can do. I like about the Scatter Essence play that it's a cheap. Okay, yeah. So we see ZJ, Fractal, Fracturize, which is effectively
Another
ZJ
fractal.
and 3 fractals.
Yeah.
So we're gonna send down the
That is a
fractal, I think.
unstable fractal.
Yeah. And we're gonna we're thinking about keeping Insight, Fracturize, ZJ on top. Yeah. Okay.
I do think it's fine.
And Rodney's hand tapping, so he's planning out like 4 turns in advance right now. He says, I want Frac, then ZJ, then Insight.
Then Insight.
And so the thought there would be, I think he has 3 cards in hand, so he's going to go backup Charger. We got homies in the chat.
We do. Hello, Colton.
Oh, good to see you, Colton. Good to see you, buddy. I heard Lorenzo gasp, and I knew something good was happening on that phone.
We wish you were here, but
Rodney is still sequencing this glimpse.
yeah, that's kind of
So I think what he was thinking is, I'm going to back up Charger and then cast this frac, but he's not going to pre-rec the frac. So then it's, do you want to do that? And I think you don't. I think you want to just slam the ZJ and then draw the other 2
and then
cards.
draw.
move
You'll
on with
just
your life.
you'll play the ZJ, draw into your fractal Insight, draw into
This
your
I like this sequencing.
bottoming the fractals,
bottoming
though.
the frac is okay for me. If that ZJ doesn't land on top, I'm gonna scream. And it looks the Rodney sleight of hand is fooling me again.
It's 2, right?
It is 2 for sure, but what ordering? The ZJ is on the bottom right now. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Ooh, 1 on top,
Finally,
3 on bottom.
okay. Think for 1,000 years.
Yes.
Almost put 3 on top, 1 on the bottom. Then go 2 and 2. Then go 1 and 3. Then finally,
Well, no, he can't play the ZJ yet because
right.
he doesn't have enough fractals.
Yeah.
But 2 for the Fractal of Rain, unimbued. Not bad, not bad.
Mhm,
We got
mhm,
another one, and I think he has a Stifling, right? Is that Stifling?
Goes fractal, 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 fractal forever. Keeps the 3 for the backup Charger in a second.
We're bucking.
Yeah. And then here we
No,
go, boots. Yeah, we were always, we're bucking on Rodney's side, and we were always gonna boots here if we didn't level.
Swing with the BMB.
Yeah, and so back on Rizwan's side, it is just a little awkward how all of this is falling from a standpoint of not being able to use that cheap floating spell to control the banish when we go up to 2. At this point, he's looking at
6 damage to fake.
it's gonna start to stack up really quick. And this was my fear when Rizwan greeds for the card again on the Tristan 2. Like I get it, and it's the type of play that I actually would make too.
Yes.
But seeing everything as we are, it makes me scared for him because that ZJ is gonna be drawing into stuff in a second.
I think the big thing too is that him being so afraid of stuff like glimmering causes him to hold up a lot of cards.
Yep.
And when he's holding up a lot of cards, he's not
advancing his game plan. It's too passive.
He's
Yeah.
not doing much. Not that it's like, I don't want to say that like it's necessarily the wrong thing to do, but he's definitely playing slow where Rodney can play
Right.
slow too, and then eventually he'll go fast enough to just kill you.
Yeah, and the other thing is he's advancing his game plan more quickly than Rizwan is able to. And like I get it. I don't mean to come down too critical of Rizwan here because he is rightfully afraid of getting blown up.
Yes.
But it just is a little bit unfortunate the way that the game is landing. It's almost less about
All right, so he's ready for the stifle right here.
yeah.
Stifle is
And
good.
you just got to take that on the chin. I don't think that there's anything that you like. Sure, you
What he could
you
do?
could, but I don't think you should.
Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, if he refracting
Yeah,
is
and
DJ.
it's like sort of okay because if you consider the refracting goes 1 for 1 against the stifling trap, ZJ is still 2 for 1, and then the refracting is float. Like you actually like got a ton of value there.
Yeah.
But just intuitively, something is telling me that that's not the play that you want to make there. You just take the 1 for 1 on the ZJ and keep advancing your game plan, and it seems like that's what Rodney wants to
that's
do
what
as
he's
well.
doing.
Yep. And I guess it is relevant to that leaving the or setting the Frosty up on board essentially to just keep pressuring, right?
So he does end up getting the double draw.
Yeah. He's waited long enough now. We get to go to the Tristan 2. We get the discount.
Here's another veiling. Or He hasn't played Veiling yet, but
So we lost Surveilling and Float to the 2, right? I didn't quite see
Yes.
it. Okay, great. So yeah, you essentially went to 2 for free, right? Which is what Tristan wants to do. Does he have a DG?
no,
No.
not yet. He has a bunch of allies though. Ace
Yeah.
Dream Fairy, Windmill, all pretty good right now.
So you could go. Okay, yeah,
Oh.
that's one way to do it. I almost wonder if you go. Does he have the influence to? Yeah. So alternatively, he could have gone BMB swing into Frosty, Asen pick up BMB swing into Frosty. I kind of think I like that more because it puts more power on the table, gives you
And does not give him an influence back. pretty
right,
much.
right. I mean, practically speaking, maybe it doesn't matter that much. And Rizwan's line here does allow him to hold up cards, right? So he's able to keep the in cap on deck, and Rodney has to play the what does he have? Because 3 cards could be I'm going to counterspell you, or it could be I'm going to Veiling.
Notably, too, Rizwan knows he doesn't have a DG, and he put 3 down, so he could hard level next turn and try to get his game plan started too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Let's see what. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So now we're gonna.
We're gonna buck.
Yeah. We always knew we would here. Start regaining a little influence back up.
Collect. Wow.
Draw.
Oh,
Oof.
oh,
Well, that's the card you want to see, isn't
that
it?
is indeed. Let's see. 1, 2. Let's see. 19.
It's only one, so we're gonna dissonant here. Deck stack a little more,
Another burst.
bro.
Wow.
That is
That.
everything you. That is every card you want to see.
I think you can bottom the dissonant. You probably don't need it right now. But these other ones.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason you wouldn't want to bottom the dissonant is if you put it 4th. And you're just like, okay, cool. If you get through all of this, I'm gonna deck stack again.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Dissonant is so crazy, guys.
Yeah, super fair card. So I feel like at this point, if you're Rodney,
Mhm.
you look at all of this, and the only question you have is, in what order and with what timing am I going to try to power through all of Rizwan's defenses? I don't think you're worried at all about a crackback because he doesn't have the prep yet to do it.
No.
I
What
think
did he do?
he put everything back on top, so it is going to be dissonant
It
4th.
is.
I didn't actually see the ordering. But Rodney's just got a little solitaire puzzle of how do I break Rizwan here. And
He does have a little failsafe too. At least he's got the fast crew in hand to
right.
keep himself a little bit safe. But if
So I pass here. If I'm Rodney, I say do nothing because I don't want you to incap me right now while you have stuff
he's gonna
open.
do
Is he
this thing
just
wrong.
gonna rip a burst?
he wants the first, he wants
wants-
the first.
Yeah, he wants you to just spend your interaction right now. Show me your incap, whatever.
And there's a Shadow Strike.
See, I love
12,
this
21.
play. I love this play if we have one more influence. And oh, we do.
No,
we
we do.
have one. Okay, yeah.
So it's good enough.
Yeah, all I want to be able to do is EOT a refracting, and he can do that. So we're in good shape.
He has to do it in response to this.
So we have, yeah, he definitely has to.
So
He has to make a play now if he wants to. So we're gonna Veiling,
Veiling.
and then say, does that Veiling resolve?
He does because his Glimmering is the 3rd card on that list.
Right.
So he's
And
blocking.
so Rodney, I think here is just bluffing. I don't know why you would though, because you're bluffing. Oh, I don't want to win the game, right?
With what?
I don't think Rodney's actually thinking right now, right? He's just
No, I think this is good.
because the only thing that you could do would be burn the refracting right now, and I don't think that you want to do that. The Dream Fairy, Asen, Windmill get revealed. Why are we pointing at?
Because it deals 2 damage.
Oh, sure. He's saying, okay, I'll target it with 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So Veiling is there. Rodney says pass. Veiling is gone.
I honestly think that was a pretty good idea from Rodney because he
Knows he has to fight through it.
knows he
Yeah.
has to fight through the Veiling and he hasn't seen any incaps yet.
Yeah, and I think at that point, your plan is actually to never burst asunder to win. You're only gonna chunk through and just go hit you for 7, hit you for 7, hit you for 7
Okay, takes 1.
until Rodney falls
Yeah,
over.
I had a feeling the hard level was coming out. He does manage
Yeah.
to take an incap. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so then the question is like, why was that in cap ever down, right? Because
He had to do it to pay for the bailing.
Oh,
Because his hand was 2 in caps and a
right,
bailing,
right,
so
right,
he had
right,
to do
right.
it no
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
what.
he had to do it. You're right. Because he had cracked boots, so he had 4 cards in hand, and I forgot that. Or actually, no, he
No,
didn't
no,
have to. He
he
could have
didn't
paid.
have to.
What was the other card then?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, either way, we're at level 3 now. We have backup dancers.
Oh, the other card was Shadow Strike, so he didn't want to.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to pitch that. Which, fair. To me,
It's
like
a tough choice.
looking at it from Rizwan's side, I feel like any choice I make is wrong because I don't see myself winning this game. And maybe it's just me not knowing the Tristan deck well enough.
Oh,
But,
I
like.
I definitely think there's lines that he still has. It's just
I mean, I guess I know how bad it is for Rizwan because we've seen Rodney's top 4, but also even Rizwan sitting there knows Rodney just put 4 on top off of a glimpse. Like that can't be good for you.
and this is really good from Rodney too. He's healing 4, knowing that he can't pay for in-cap right now.
Right. Well, the other thing about it is he's going to Scepter, which is going to set him up to double Dao-Chan activate to
Yes.
power through everything next turn, and he's going to get the card back. So, like, the life gain is just icing on the cake.
Yeah, he's gonna go through. Oh man, he's going through.
Rizwan's doing kill math here.
He's notably he does not have the glimmering in memory yet. So
Right.
whatever Rizwan does right now, he better have a good way to deal
Yeah,
with
he
it.
gets to do so.
Is that enough? 16.
So 6.
Oh, it is enough.
6 plus 4 is 10, plus another 1, 11, which
Shadow
is
Strike.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, it is enough.
That's enough. And then we got the dudes in the back.
Yeah, dude, the backup dancers are gonna push it through for enough. GG. Well played by Rizwan.
Rizwan
Yeah, I mean,
taking it.
and in typical Grand Archive fashion, right? It really comes down to the hey, you got to kill me because if you don't right now,
I'm gonna kill you.
You're about to get got.
Yeah.
Yeah. The players talking about it after the fact. GG's, very good match. And
That was so sick.
with only 8 minutes left, we're probably going to be pretty quickly into our next round here. Yeah. Do you know how many rounds we're playing today?
No.
Actually,
That might be the last.
yeah, that is 3 rounds, best of 3 Swiss. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us here.
Is it?
Yeah. So on the Omni, 3 rounds, best of 3 Swiss. So Rizwan, the only undefeated, will be taking it down today. Coming down from LA alone and
Taking our money.
scooping up a bag of money. Once again, you know, these LA folks, you know.
It's
As I side eye Lorenzo for driving up and down time to time.
Hey, don't look at me. Look at Manny. I'm just saying, Manny was born there.
Hashtag blame Manny.
Yeah, let's blame Manny for everything.
But yeah, great to have everybody here with us for the inaugural Grand
Hopefully,
Archive
more to come.
cash prize tournament. Not all cash prize. There's also a bunch of EVPs on the line, as we saw this morning. Alex just opening crazy stacked packs. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us.
Yep. Hopefully, if you are watching this, that includes you, Colton. If you are watching this, you can come down to the next big TC's event. We would love to have you here.
Get some good food.
Yeah, we being the San Diegans. But
Yes. Can't speak for LA.
yeah, can't speak for everyone, but there's good food here. There's good games to be had, and there's a lot of banter.
Certainly
goes
a lot of-
on.
Yeah, a lot of banter. You may hear things you didn't hear on stream today.
There's a lot of stuff that I could have said that I did not say on stream. Yes, that is correct.
we did a good job. We behaved ourselves here. on
Yeah, we
stream.
did. You know what? I dotted my I's, crossed my T's, hands clasped. I was sitting in the chair.
I'm proud of you, Lorenzo.
I did
I was worried.
I did my best.
Yep.
I came here to do a job and I did it.
Yeah, now we get lunch, right? It's good. You wanna run a game after this?